Hi everyone, this is Caleb the DM here. I just want to say a few quick things. Quickly, I wanted to apologize. The episode starts in a little bit of a weird position since I decided to start playing the game without recording. I thought I was recording, but OBS said otherwise. It's completely fault on my part. Luckily enough, I managed to catch it when we were only about 5-ish minutes into the game, so most of the session is caught and of good quality. But, I just wanted to apologize for the little bit of confusion at the beginning. We do try to clear it up as fast as we possibly could. But, that's on my half. We're all a bunch of people just trying to do something new, something completely out of the box that we haven't done before. And I'm the one alone doing all of the editing, which, it's fun. But I just wanted to say, quick heads up and also, just love each other, stay safe. And please wear a mask when you go outside. Yeah, please wear a mask. The world's crazy out there. And I want everyone to stay safe and healthy, alright? Take care of yourselves. I love you all. Have a fantastic Sunday.
Tell me when you start recording.
I have started recording now.
Okay.
I feel so dumb.
Okay.
Something felt wrong, and so I went and checked my OBS, and I realized nothing was on, and I literally just sat there and shat myself, because I was like, we just had the most intense fucking conversation, and none of it was recorded.
I'm glad you realize now.
Yeah. At least we can get the tail end of the conversation.
Oh my god.
And at least we can get the rest of today.
Yeah.
Yeah, well no, I'll get the rest of today, which is good enough.
Yeah.
But, okay, hold up. Before we continue, can I just quickly do, a quick recap for my sanity?
I need to grab my calendar anyway.
Okay, yeah, go update your calendar. So, what's happened so far is, Puud contacted the rest of the party to come and help find Spark. You assessed that it was a paralyzed that was affected by some sort of curse or trigger when Spark answered yes to one of Pudd's questions. And after that, Peirs, princess bride, princess style, carried Spark directly up to Issa's room, where Issa was able to cast Greater Restoration on Spark and give her a little bit more of a voice, once again, to talk about why this happened. Is her family in a cult? And that's what you missed on Dragon Ball Z. Okay, I'm sorry. I needed some humor. I literally am gonna cry anyway.
It's fine.
Anyway, it's fine.
What was the last question?
That's
what you missed on Dragon Ball Z. Anyway, sorry. I don't wait. That's not the question.
We're all in Issa's room talking like, what happened last episode?
Everything pauses. It's just the cut to Issa, and Issa's like, last time on Dragon Ball Z. The theme music plays.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Serious, everyone's Zen mode.
Question. What was I saying?
I think you asked if the world was going to end, and that was what your question was, and Spark answered yes. That I'll give it to you, because
I don't think you meant
that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about the thing
not what he meant.
What happened before the recording?
And that wasn't what the question was either.
No,
think-
it was how
we're all
big is
just-
this situation?
Hold on.
I think we were talking about...
Sav was talking about what is right and what's wrong when it comes to offering. And then Spark was getting a little defensive.
I remember.
Yeah, Spark's getting pretty defensive.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I wouldn't blame her.
Go for it, Max.
Okay, so what you're saying is all of the information about the outside world was solely given to you by the leader of this.
Oh, well, not just that. I mean, we had people that go out into the city and stuff, which is why I don't want to go into Vahara as myself. Certain people were allowed to leave and go get stuff that we didn't have. We didn't have huge farms and stuff, so we would usually have to go get some, vegetables and stuff from outside. And so they would also bring back updates and stuff, but a lot of the, really important stuff we would get from, the visions from the Raven Queen, which went through my mother, or my grandmother for a while, but, she passed, so now my mother.
Wait, question. So if certain people are allowed out, and judging by what you said, you allowed out?
No.
What are you doing out?
I was not... They didn't like me very much.
I actually can't see why they wouldn't like you.
They didn't like me very much because I talked too much, and I was weak, and I was not a good leader, and I was not a good mate, and I made too much trouble, and they figured they were better off without someone like me.
It's their loss.
I mean, those traits seem
Debatable.
like a wonderful addition to any religion.
It's bigger than that. The things they worry about are bigger than any of us.
Are they?
Yes.
Like, how big?
I can't... This is what I tried to answer earlier, and it didn't go well.
Okay, what if you just blink once for yes and twice for no? Would that work?
I don't know. And I don't
I
know
have
if
more spells if you would like to risk it again.
I don't know if it'll get worse or not.
I don't think we should try anything else. Just in case it's worse.
I really don't think I should continue defying the gods for fun.
You shouldn't.
Or the
No,
gods.
of course not. Well, Puud, what were you guys talking about before everything went down? Maybe we can gain the information without having Spark to sacrifice again.
I mean, we were just talking about religion and the Raven Queen and Spark's relationship with said Raven Queen. And okay, Issa, question.
Yes?
Is the Raven Queen, when you talk to her, what is she like?
Well, we don't speak face to face very often, but when we do, she's very polite and wise. She's very calm, and I've never seen her asking for harm. I mean, the whole belief in the Raven Queen is that death itself is beautiful, and we can accept it when it comes, but to give death to her is something I don't think I could even comprehend.
Well, she's very nice when she talks to me, still, and that's never been an issue. She's always been very nice and calm and all of that, like you said. It's just, we would do those rituals because it's kind of dealing in her language. We didn't used to kill people or anything. It was always just like, a little bit of blood never hurt anybody.
Yes, it did. You have scars to prove it. It hurt you.
Well, that's because I was weak.
No, okay.
That's what happens.
Well, Spock, if
everyone.
you're alive, I would say you're quite strong.
Sav pulls back part of her hair that's covering her face, and you can see there's 3 horizontal scars going across her cheek. And I gently touch Spark's shoulder, and I say, "My friends, do you see how much armor I wear every day? Yet here on my face, I am scarred like you are. Not in the same sense, but physically I am scarred. But do you still think that I am weak or not strong enough?"
No, that's different. You're very strong. No,
How is that different?
So are you.
I was supposed
her
to...
scar is different from yours.
I was supposed to be able to lead a family, and I couldn't. I wasn't good enough. I know that. I was weak mentally. I was weak physically. They had to make me behave because I knew that I would just freak out and break down, and that's not what normal people do. That's not what Sky did. That's not what my mother did. That's not what anyone did.
Spark.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't like yelling.
No, you're fine. But I have seen you fucking slaughter people by punching them.
Everyone can do that at home.
Okay, I cannot do... Well, okay, watch this, and then I'm gonna punch...
That's why I'm... Yeah, that doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it doesn't. It does 0 damage.
Yeah.
It's like a small
Spark like winces in sympathy, like fake winces a little bit, but it's very obvious that it's fake. Like, I mean, you do a little bit. It hurts a little bit.
No,
A little bit.
Also, being forced into something you do not want to do, into such a situation, and not enjoying it, that doesn't make you weak. You are your own person.
Well, Raven and Peirs said it before, that people learn things by being broken.
Okay.
That's how I was taught. If they can stand by it, so can I.
Okay, there's a difference between... Oh, actually, there's not.
Is there? There isn't. That's the point.
There is.
Being broken doesn't necessarily make you a weak person.
Yes.
We are all broken in our own special ways, and yet everyone I see in this room is extremely strong.
Thank you.
She gives you like a small nod, Pud.
I didn't mean for this to be a pity party. That's a fact. I'm not asking for compliments or reassurance or anything like that. That's just how it was.
Why do you think we're pitying you?
Because you're here and like trying to stroke my sense of self or whatever. Like I'm some kind of baby.
No,
I'm not.
We care about you.
Spark, not a word that anybody has said to you in the last 5 minutes has been false or bolstered in any way. You're a very strong, important part of this team.
I believe that. I
Spark.
believe that you think that. What?
The one thing that differentiates people who are weak from people who are strong is the ability to learn from your mistakes and learn and grow as a person. And I have seen you grow and change and become wonderful. So just because even if you were weak, doesn't mean you're weak in your organs. I don't know organs very well.
Oh, wait, I'm the medicine guy. I do know.
I thought that was your thing. I thought that was like your thing.
Yes, because you feel it in your liver. And then I'm going to put my hand like where the liver would be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, cats have livers.
Yes, cats have livers. Especially humanoid cats with a drinking problem. Yeah, Spark has a little bit of a drinking problem. I certainly hope she has a liver.
Like, she might need that.
Yeah, it seems a little bit important.
Just a little.
I mean, how bad is her drinking problem?
I mean, yeah, you had
It's a
first-hand
severe
experience of
drinking
it.
opportunity.
Okay, one second. I'm gonna command Bubs to go fucking pick up, bite and pick up Tanar'ri by like the collar of his shirt.
Good boy.
And just bring him upstairs.
Bubs
Oh, that's
comes and
the
tries to
one.
bite at your leg, Tanar'ri. You haven't really fallen back asleep since your friends ran off, and now Bubs is just right beside you trying to get
I'm
you to
imagining
come.
one of us stepped on him.
Yeah, well, he's like closer
Probably
to
me.
the wall. He's like away
Probably
from the
you, but it was on
direction you
her.
guys are.
Probably
Probably
not Raven did.
Yeah,
Tanar'ri has had such a rough night. He's gotten the shit beaten out of him by Raven. He's gotten the crap scared out of him by Zav.
I need a new pair of pants.
He has not been able to sleep.
Okay, fair point. I'll have
He's having
just, like,
such a bad night.
Poor man, I feel so
I
bad.
deserve it, though.
Well,
nose, just, nudge
still
him
feel
and like, try
bad.
to get him up and try to get him to fucking enjoy it.
So, I mean, I think I'd probably see Bubs coming, and I would just, like, stand up so fast and, like back away.
You hear the skitter as he climbs the floor.
Let's try and chase Tanar'ri up to Reese's room.
Yeah.
Sorry, are you gonna follow the bones?
Well, are you going to run?
I'm going to run from the bones.
You are
Chase them in the right
being
direction.
herded up the flight of stairs, and when you reach upstairs, you finally hear everyone. You kind of hear Spark getting real defensive, and you can kind of hear everybody talking in Issa's room, which is a wide open door. I don't know how exactly good Bubs is with stairs, so I'm assuming Bubs
Really a
gets
bit of
slowed
an
down
effort.
as he doesn't exactly have legs. It's like a snake
I would
in a
say he
stair.
just kind of like flops down. I think he like
got
I was imagining
The
like
most-
deconstruction and then reconstruction.
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
I just saw the
Probably.
little like the way my brain decided to interpret it is just like the little like individual ribs, like centipede legs.
Same.
Oh, I hate that. Oh god, I hate it.
Oh, no.
I imagined it more like the tail would, like, he propped himself up on the tail, and then he would just, like, do little hops up each step, and it, like, took a while.
Okay, wait, that's kind of cute.
Hop-
I enjoy that one.
The stairs do slow
That's
Bubs
so
down,
good.
so Tanar'ri, you get some good space before Bubs makes it all the way upstairs.
quite like the centipede ribs. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But no matter what Bubs is doing to get up the stairs, he is slower, so Tanar'ri's also super fast, as is, so...
Okay. So I'm going to go into Issa's room where all of them are and grab Pud's shoulders and hold Pud, like not like lift him or anything, but keep Pud between me and Bubs.
Just like shift him over. So now I believe the way this has worked out is you're just like almost in the middle of the circle with Spark now, is kind of where it is. Tanar'ri just appears and he's front and center.
Welcome to Feeling Attacked 201. What's going on? Why did we bring Tanar'ri into this?
Well, he's
I don't
know.
a party.
Why?
Is he not?
What?
He's a part of the party, is he not?
Well, yeah, but I thought he wanted to sleep.
Yes.
I mean, I think we all did, but this is kind of important.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, don't. This is extremely important.
Also,
This
it's
is
not your
important.
fault. Why are you apologizing?
Well, you're not gonna like the answer I give to that, are you?
Spark, you know how hard I can punch. I will throw hands with you. Right.
I would have you dead in 6 seconds, but I appreciate the attempt.
God, I wish I had like a skeletal hand I could fucking just yeet.
I think you do have a hand.
I have a hand?
You should.
I think you do. Check your inventory. I think you do. You might not. You might not. It might be something else. But
You have a rotten chicken, maybe?
you have some. No,
I
you
do
have,
have rotten chicken.
Of course, he has rotten chicken. You know, episode 1 throwback. But
You guys didn't use the chicken from. Oh,
Oh, I
no.
still have mine. I still have my
I still
chicken.
have
your
my
bags
beef
of holding smell like
bread.
shit.
Dude, I have my beef boob bread still.
Yeah, I still have my bread. I don't think I
Yeah,
ate that.
you guys have boob
It's probably
bread.
rotten and disgusting, but
Boob bread.
You
No.
guys could like get more. Like you guys are
We
on
are
pet
on
zone.
the-
The
That
bags
highly-
of holding,
Yeah, we
honestly,
are
the bags
back.
of holding don't smell. It's just that when I take it out of the bag of holding, that will be a different matter. But the bag of holding itself does not smell.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
if you
gonna
guys
leave.
ever wanted to set up a wretched trap, you
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
have it, dude.
I'm playing the long game with this chicken.
Oh my, I hate it. Why did I give you raw chicken and boob bread on our first game? You guys still
I
have
don't know.
this? Jesus Christ.
Well, okay, I'm gonna walk up to Spark and then just hug her. And just hold her, because
I'm gonna join that and turn it into like a little mini group hug.
group hug.
Okay.
No, everyone here. Now.
I
Sorry.
pull Raven in.
What?
Sorry.
You're a part of this.
Oh,
I hide
right.
behind them to avoid Bubs.
Oh yeah, Bubs is like...
Bubs is like
Pull
sitting in
you
the doorway.
No, he's a part of the group hug.
Oh, okay. He's at Peirs' feet.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
This is great. Who's hugging me that tight? Is that you, Hilda? Oh my god, you're so buff. God.
Sorry.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Spark like very like awkwardly pats Pud's head a little bit and just kind of sits in the center of this, and she's smiling. She doesn't want to be, but she's smiling. Thank you.
Breathe.
Please, no. he care about you.
Oh, I know that.
Oh,
Also, are you dying, Raven? Okay, hold on. Let's okay. Let's detach. Let's break the group up a little bit here for everyone's comfort.
Okay. That was
No,
fun.
Your problems are our problems. Okay? So, whether you like it or not, we're fucking dealing with this issue. But
What? There still isn't an issue, but okay.
There's
I
not an
disagree,
issue.
But
There's not an issue.
I think you're part of a cult. That's kind of an issue. Okay, we can talk about that later. Can we
I think
discuss this
it's-
in the morning?
It's an issue, but maybe it's. I don't want to say back burner issue. That sounds real.
It's
like
a long-term goal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an issue, period. I can agree that it is long-term at best. I maybe, possibly, maybe, I was in a cult, maybe, but even if I was, I'm not in the cult anymore, so does it matter? No, we can move on.
Spark, if you want to prove your family is not a cult without a shadow of a doubt, what was the name of your monastery?
Dragon's Claw.
I'm gonna turn to Issa. Do you recognize the name?
Issa sits back and she's definitely been listening in this entire conversation. When you say Dragon's Claw, like there's a spark of recognition in her eye, but she just kind of like stays quiet and she like looks to Raven and she kind of goes, "I've heard of it before." And that's all she
Good
says.
reputation? Bad reputation? Do they come out often?
I don't know if I'm one to speak on how other monasteries run their practices, but they are considered a broken chain. So
a what?
Spark, I was planning on bringing this up to you in private, but she like looks around at your party very much nervous. Is like obviously she was planning on this being a very private conversation, and there's everybody's here now. And she like looks back to you, Spark, and she goes, I'm willing to talk about this later if you're not comfortable.
We can leave if you need, Spark.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, but I don't want to. I mean, you guys need to go to sleep, and I don't want to spend too long on this. So I do kind of want to talk about it, but I won't take too long. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
Look, take your
Alright,
time.
well,
And we're
yeah.
all leaving. Am I clear with that, Raven?
Yes, please,
Puud,
maybe
and
leave
Tanar'ri?
this time.
Okay. And
Yeah, I learned my lesson from last time. It's gonna walk out the door, head downstairs.
Finally, I'm gonna let go of Huggy Spark, and I'm gonna play it.
Oh, before you go.
Yes.
This is kind of for Tanar'ri, but, also, I mean, Raven could look at it, but I don't think Raven really wants to. Here, and, Spark pulls out a really hastily written note out of, off her belt, and, like, puts it in Peirs' hands and then go. I'm gonna message it to you, unless you plan on showing it to other people.
Well, like, message him in private first, and then,
yes.
And then if we decide to share it, because I've seen it as well. Well, it's fine. I don't want to spoil it. Spoil it. I can't speak English today, which is fantastic, because I have to play the eloquent character. It's fine.
Like I said, only a few minutes. I'll be back in a few.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look over the note.
Okay.
Hilda's doing two things. She's making sure everyone leaves and goes back downstairs, and she's staying up and waiting for Spark.
I'm assuming everybody leaves, including Tanar'ri.
Sav is behind Tanar'ri.
Can I roll a stealth check on that one?
There we go. There it is.
Bastard, man.
I said it.
Advocating for you in this fucking letter.
I said it before. I said it before he did. I said Sav is behind Tanar'ri.
Yeah.
Sav, it's true. So Sav, so Sav is pushing Tanar'ri out. So sadly, you cannot lean in on this conversation.
Bubs is like fucking
don't get me wrong. My plan was not to lean in on the conversation. I just wanted to make them all think I was going to lean in on the conversation.
Of
That
course,
doesn't
like
seem like
the
it's going to
douchebag you are.
benefit.
Can I roll a strength check to drag Tanar'ri
No,
downstairs?
can we not start this right now?
Let's not do this.
No,
We
the
already
door's
did enough
closed. We
last
are in the
time.
hallway. We
Or
are
was the
walking
door
down the
closed,
steps.
so
Yeah.
you guys are just going
Anyway.
ape shit?
Do you want to go into whispers, or are you right with just having the conversation here?
They know a bunch of shit.
They
we
do
can
know
have
a
the
bunch of
conversation
shit.
here.
All right.
I don't mind.
No, okay, that's fine. I just wanted to ask because I'm like, we could whisper this, but
It's okay.
So whenever
I know Max desperately wants to know these things, so
I know, it's fine. So
I will let Max hear it.
when everybody leaves, whatever, blah blah blah. Hold on. Verbal dyslexia just turned on.
Nice.
Anyway, when everyone finally leaves, Issa sits down directly beside you on so there's kind of like one sofa pushed up against the wall. It's a very small space, like you could see her bed, and there's like one small sitting area and like a small kitchen in this sort of like rectangular shaped sort of like apartment space. There seems to be like a little like washroom off to the side, but like she doesn't have a lot, even though she's the head of the monastery. Like she lives a very plain life. For what you could tell just living in this room. And as she sits down beside you, she goes, first, I just wanted to ask, since last time we spoke, you talked to me about 2 years in the future, and it really stuck with me. And of course you do not need to answer, because I understand there is some sort of curse on you, is my only assumption. But does this have to do with 2 years from now?
That's, Spark gets up and, like, walks over to the table where all of her stuff is, and, like, grabs her holy symbol and her amulet and just kind of brings them to her lap before going to sit down again to kind of hold them as comforts.
Yeah, she lets you. She kind of just tore it off of you with, like, a hectic sort of spur of the moment thing, but she kind of trusts you, so she'll let you grab one.
See, that's kind of the thing that I'm not supposed to tell you.
So I'll take it as a yes. You don't need to say anything else. What was your question?
What?
Well, I believe it was Raven's question, actually. But have you ever heard of if you are from a broken chain, I assume you wouldn't know about broken chains.
My mate's dad's name is Broken Chain, but that's, like, not a thing.
That might be a coincidence, but I don't think that is a reason why he was named that, if that's what you're worried about.
Well, I don't think so, but that's the only ever broken chain I've ever really heard of.
Well, all of our monasteries together, we all worship the Raven Queen, as you should know, and there are plenty of monasteries all over the world, and we all have a sort of link to one another, a respect, and sort of a family that we've built. And as you should know, well, we are all a family. And when a part of the family decides to break loose and change their direction of belief, they are often referred to as broken chains or links, depending on where you might be. But all in all, it refers to the same concept of a monastery that once was a great place of comfort and love that may have been changed for a personal gain. And the Raven Queen is not the only monastery or religion that this happens to. I've heard broken chains from the Platinum Dragon, and from many, many other gods. This is not just between us, but that is what Dragon's Claw has been known for. I think it was about almost a century ago when they broke. In my records, at least, is what it said.
That doesn't make sense.
Why not?
I mean, we've been like that for. You said we've been like that for forever. I mean, things changed a bit when my grandmother got her vision, but we've always been the way we are. I think that's what they say. That's what they've always said. That's all I've ever known us being. I mean, I guess I'm less than a century old. So.
I mean, I am less than a century old as well, but I was only a wormling when the last chain was broken, which was yours. It's not something that happens often, so when it does become the word on the street, as they say. She does like a little hand gesture to kind of like, almost like, you know how like moms are like cool with the kids
How do
kind
you
of
do,
thing?
hello kids?
Yeah, very much kind of like that kind of hand gesture. I mean, cult is a very harsh word, and even I don't like to use that. But your friends seem very adamant on calling it a cult. So, if it was a cult, if it was, cults are not always bad, as books and stories might tell you. They can be very good for those who were a part of it, and they might not see just how toxic they were until they leave.
We're only like this because that's what the Raven Queen wanted us to be.
Was it the Raven Queen, or was it your grandmother?
Well, she got it from the Raven Queen.
People say a lot of things, but
every woman in my family is blessed with that. I talked to the Raven. I just talked to the Raven Queen like 2 nights ago. Like, that's a thing. I mean, I didn't really expect it because I've kind of broken away, but you know, I mean, I guess it's about that time anyway. Summer's coming up. But that's just how it's always been. Why would they lie to us? Why would they lie to us?
I wish I could answer, but I do not know your home. I've never been to Bahar, except for once on vacation.
It doesn't make sense that we would make up that what we know. What we know is from the gods. That's true. That's why we have to do all these things. That's why
I wish I could answer most of these questions, but you said you spoke to the Raven Queen directly through a sort of vision or dream.
Yeah. She came to me in a dream recently. It was really weird. She's never really done that before. It's always been my mother or my grandmother. And so it was really weird to like talk to her face to face. And she didn't seem like super stoked about me still carrying the holy symbol, even though I know that I don't
there anymore.
Practice.
Yeah.
Anymore. Which I know is bad. I know it's bad, and that's a whole thing, but Kaleb? Hello?
Kaleb, I don't know if you know, but you went muted.
Kaleb.
Almost everyone is muted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super weird.
Okay, I was very confused. I was like, what? Okay, technical difficulties. Folks.
I was dealing with the cat. I didn't want to make a whole bunch of noise.
Hello.
So how's everyone doing? Gonna vamp for a little bit? How we doing?
Good.
How we feeling?
I'm not gonna lie, the letter
Oh, good.
did like make me a little emotional.
Oh.
Like I'm not gonna lie, I almost got a bit teary. I'm flat out not gonna lie about that part.
I'm sorry. I hope it is
Why
intelligible.
did everyone start awing? I totally missed out on that portion of the conversation.
Because I was the letter that Spark gave Peirs.
Oh, are you?
Is very
the spelling
I read it.
mistakes were so fucking cute. Oh, it's
Wait, can I
so
read it?
smart. If
If he lets you, if Peirs lets you, I'll send the whole document to everybody.
If Peirs wants to share it with only specific people, I mean, Dante, you can send the link to other people because you sent it to
I'm gonna
users.
wait for the whole Sparkinese stuff to be over.
Oh, okay. Cool. Anyway, sorry. So what did you say? What did Spark say? I'm sorry. I was interrupted very rudely.
It was. Okay. I remember. I mean, she didn't seem like super stoked about the fact that I was wearing the holy symbol, even though I wasn't really practicing anymore, which I know is bad. I know that's not good. I know it's kind of like no. I don't know the word. It's just bad. I know it's like religiously bad. That's a whole thing. But like, it's home and it's nice, and I don't really know what I should do anymore because I don't really know if she protects me, and that's kind of up in question, and I have more questions for her, and I really wish that I could talk to her again because like that was a whole thing. But
when you say that, Issa kind of smiles slightly, and she sort of stands up and she says, "Let me go grab my incense." And
what?
She gets filled. She's like, "I can open a communication between me and the Raven Queen." If you have
wow.
some questions.
I do, but oh boy. Wow. I can.
I mean, they can only be yes or no answers, but hopefully that gives you some sort of relief. I understand carrying around objects or holy symbols can just be a symbol of comfort, but I think her concern might lie more with your relationship with your family or relationship with her. I do not. I've never heard of her directly being angry that someone wore her symbol without practicing.
Well, I'm sure it was kind of a build-up with me saying things that I shouldn't, and then wearing her symbol when I'm not welcome home or anything like that anymore. I'm sure it was kind of a build-up. Oh, I have so many questions of why. I don't know what to ask her. It's a yes or no. I have a few that might work, but I want to know why.
I wish I could tell you why, but I'm afraid not even I have that knowledge. But if you'd like, I can set up a quick communication. And she offers as she walks over to her cupboard and begins to take out this small portion of incense and other sort of gems, similar to small obsidian and quartz crystals, and a small pouch.
Yeah.
And she'll
Sure. Well, I'll give it a shot, and if she's mad at me, then she's mad at me, and that's just kind of how it is. And I'll learn to deal, or not wear my symbol, or also, I did almost destroy it earlier too, but that was a moment of weakness, and I'm sorry for that. I might do it again, but I'm probably not gonna do it.
Well, if you don't want to carry her crest anymore, you could always leave it in trusted hands instead of
I
destroying
kind of do, but I kind of do. I kind of don't. It's more of a don't really mean to vandalize things, but is that the word, or is it vandalize?
Nope, you've got it. Yeah.
Did I get it? Oh my god, I got it.
Very good.
Anyway,
She gives two thumbs up.
Okay, I don't really mean to vandalize things like that. But I got really mad at the idea of my family, and I almost destroyed it. Made me look real weird in front of a new friend. That was a whole thing. Anyway, maybe. Wait, did you need incense?
Yeah. And she sits down, begins to make her circle on the floor in her kitchen. She kind of gestures over to come sit, and she kind of, when you sit down with her, she'll take your paws or hands in hers. she'll sit there and you'll watch as she begins to cast the spell, and the candles sort of flare up for a moment before they dim down, and they just begin to sort of sway as there's like a constant sort of breeze that surrounds the two of you. So, what would you like to ask?
Spark is like shaken.
She's like holding your hands, like trying to also like calm you down, as well as like using this so you can ask the questions.
Hi. This is new. Are you mad at me, like my parents said?
At first there's no reaction before you feel this sort of like cold tickle down like the back of your neck.
Oh boy.
And Issa kind of smiles and she says, "That is a no."
Oh. Is it okay if I still wear my symbol, even if I really don't know why? It reminds me of home, but I miss home, and it's nice, and this is nice, and I made it, so it was a lot of hard work. Is it okay if I wear it?
And once again, you feel that sort of breeze, but it almost feels like someone's like rubbing your back for like a quick moment, as Issa kind of smiles, and she says that yes, and I believe that means that she's alright with it.
Miss Raven Queen, did my family lie to me?
It almost feels like the air in the room gets still for a moment, as Issa kind of like looks confused for a moment. I've never received an answer like this. It's almost like yes and no. Sort of, in a way.
Oh.
I think that's the only way I could translate it. And I believe that is 3 questions, and I believe that's all
yeah,
the community does. So after that, the room, like, the air gets still, and Issa does that confused look, and then the air breaks, and suddenly the candles sort of put themselves out as Issa lets go of your hands, and she says, well, that last one was a bit odd, but I hope that put some relaxation to your stress.
I'm just very confused. I mean, it's good to know that she's not mad at me, but then why does she do that? I guess she doesn't have to be mad at me to discipline me. I mean, I'm like a kid to her, I guess. I mean, like, I can understand that. I mean, like, what's, like, 75 seasons to a god? So maybe it's just like a discipline thing. I don't know, that's...
The Raven Queen has disciplined even me when I was learning, but I don't think she's ever disciplined me in the way where she completely paralyzed my body for saying something out of line. I mean, I used to be quite the rebellious little child back in my day.
I do not believe that for a second.
Oh, you should ask, and she kind of like sort of pauses for a moment. She goes, well, I had to grow up in a sense, but I mean, we all were silly children. But
yeah, it's the same way.
And she like looks back up to like a small portrait, or like it's less of a portrait and more like a more recent photograph taken of like her. Like she like looks not like the child, like the painting of her as a child that's in her office. It very much looks like a picture of her recently with her youngest brother and like what seems to be her father. She like looks over at that picture and she kind of says, well, but I mean, we were family, and I guess like you, I also don't have much of them around anymore.
Yeah.
But you have a family with your friends, and I wouldn't let this strange curse get between you and them.
Do you really think I'm cursed?
I believe it's something of that sort. I don't see. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's directly a curse on you or a curse on something given to you or something you I believe it's something magical that might have affected you, but I do not think it's the Raven Queen's direct doing. But I don't know exactly, since it's not any magic that I'm familiar with.
Okay. That's weird.
A bit strange,
I
yes.
have a lot to think about. I don't do a lot of thinking. This is gonna be really tiring.
Well, why don't you
Usually when I have to think, I just, don't.
Well, why don't you head to bed then, and maybe try and sleep off a little bit of this confusion. And if you have any more questions, you always know how to reach me. So, or at least Puud does, I think.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're probably leaving in the morning, so in case I don't get to see you, bye.
Goodbye. And she has a small wave as she'll let you leave.
Spark collects her stuff in her arms and then just kind of waddles out while trying to get a shoe on and a bracer on at the same time.
Yeah. Alright.
And she walks back down to the group.
Alright. Is there anything else before Spark returns to the group? Is there anything you guys want to do when you return to the room? Sav, I'm looking directly at you. Cass.
I feel like...
Who?
Sav. It's fine. Sav DM'd me, but Sav's muted right now, so... anyway, Puud, what did you want to do? We'll go through who has themselves unmuted right now.
I'll just sit there and wait for her, and I wouldn't sleep until she got back safe and sound.
That is fair.
Sorry, that's for the morning. I totally forgot I was muted.
Oh, saving it for the morning. Okay. So with that, if there's nothing else you guys want to do while you wait for Spark to return, Spark does eventually return about 15-20 minutes later. And Spark returns all geared up as if nothing happened, if not a little confused and frazzled. But she's fine. And if there's nothing you guys want to do, you guys can
go to bed.
Go to bed,
bedtime.
Exactly. Yep, all of you can lay down in your small cots and finally get a full night's rest. So you guys get that long rest now.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Oh my god, finally.
Dude,
we've been on the same day for 3 sessions. I'm marking it in the calendar finally. Oh my god.
No, it's insane.
Yeah, it was a long day.
I do not know how we did this. It's finally Tuesday, guys. Congrats.
Yeah.
I can change my prepared spells. I've had the worst spells prepared for ever.
Oh, finally you can re-prepare them. Yes, but as morning comes to, all of you are a little sore, or maybe a little less stressed after having finally a good night's rest, not stressed out in the woods or scared of undead beasts. There is a breakfast that is always supplied for you guys if you guys head over to the cafeteria hall, where you guys first appeared by smashing that table, which has been half-heartedly put back together by some of the monks who are not very good at woodcraft or repairs.
Nice.
But it looks like it will hold some weight.
I'm willing to take that risk.
Can I cast mending on it to help?
Oh, mending's a good idea.
You can cast some mending, but because this is like a picnic bench kind of table. So when you cast mending on it, it kind of you can mend portions of it, but you can't mend the entire thing unless you're going to spend an hour doing that.
Yeah, I'm just going to mend parts of it to help.
That's fair. You can for sure do that. Yeah.
Okay. I just have one question, and is that, did we ever, divvy up the money from the mummy temple?
Yes, we did.
I did
I'll
not
say you guys
write
did that on
any
the
of
ride
that
back.
down.
Yeah,
I just
I think I wrote it down. I think I wrote it down.
I think all of you got around 100 each, I think?
I think it was more like 200.
It was 200
200.
Okay. Because I know you guys
I'm
got
digging.
500, and then you guys just got 500 each from Tower, the cave. So, I think? Hold up.
Oh, just for...
I think all of you have over 500 gold now, though.
It was 3,000 gold among all 6 of us.
Yeah, and so that's 500 each.
Whoa.
I think?
Really?
I have a lot of gold.
Is it? Wait, that might be. You're right. You might be right there. I thought it was.
Yeah. Except for, we'll say there is 500 gold
Yeah,
for Sav
that's
as well,
500
but
each.
also,
Holy shit.
I will say there's some for Sav as well, so Sav also got the money out of this, but, because you're a guest character, I'm not super worried
Was
about
Sav
your
there for
finances.
Wait, was Sav there for that?
Sav was
No,
there for the cave.
No, that was when we were
No,
still
that
in
was-
Bahara.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
sorry,
no,
but
Sav wasn't there for that.
There. Sav wasn't
That's our
there.
fucking money.
Sorry. Because, yeah, you guys went to a money temple and you found a whole bunch of magic items and money. And then I believe you guys only picked up about 100 from ravens kicking around in the dirt, right? I don't remember.
Raven didn't share.
I do not remember the money at all. Yeah, Raven didn't share. Raven was like, my money. That makes more sense.
Raven-
because you guys didn't go deeper, and so it's fine. But,
No, we did not.
Wait, can I say something?
Yeah.
Raven is 20 gold off from having over 1,000 pieces of gold in his arsenal.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
He's just a little greedy, man.
Wait, I just want to say this just for the sake of it. When I wake up, I cast Animate Dead on both Peapod and Bubs with one spell, and then okay, so they're back safe for another 24 hours.
Yep. So, but you're gonna be
Okay.
down to spell
Yay.
slot because I think you were out of spell slots before you went to bed, weren't you?
Yeah.
Or so you're missing one spell slot today.
Yeah, just 1/3 level.
Yes, it's fine. Yeah, but
It's worth it for Bubs.
for Bubs, it's worth it. Yeah. All right, so you guys managed to wake yourselves up, and you guys can go and grab some breakfast, and the day is yours.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna get up early and head to the kitchen
Yep, easy enough.
and try to make breakfast. I don't know if you want me to roll for that.
Oh, are you gonna try to make yourself breakfast?
I was gonna try to make it for the party, though.
Okay. I mean, if you wanted to ask Puud has proficiency, so then you would get advantage on it. But if you just want to do
Well,
this
it's gonna
alone,
be-
it's just going to be
Don't
that
get
plus
like-
dexterity. So
I'll
I
be your
believe.
little sous chef
I'll
in
grab
the
some
kitchen.
later, though, thank you.
So just a straight dexterity?
Just I believe it's a dex check, or intelligence. What did we agree on?
Dex.
For what?
Dex.
Dex?
Mhm.
Oh, I forgot what we agreed on. It's been a while since cooking came up again. We need to
Well,
make a
I'm not
whole new homebrew skill of just cooking.
Well, if I'm not helping him, I want to make some like sandwiches and stuff for the road.
Yeah, easy
Okay.
enough. They'll supply
Two
you
things.
some food.
Two things. One, I'm getting a new dice set.
Oh no.
And two, because luckily it was dex, because that means that I did technically get above 10, barely. I got an 11.
Oh my god, you got a natural one.
No.
you go and
For a straight dex, it's +4.
Okay, so that
So it is
is
dex.
5.
So it was a 7 natural.
7 natural. 7? Oh, 7 naturally. Okay, sorry. I thought that was. Oh, right. Saving throws you get +10, right? I think. Saving throws you get. Or no, is that just your stealth that you get +10 on?
Stealth and sleight of hand, because I have
+10, okay.
expertise in both of those.
Right, that's what it is. Okay, sorry. I always forget that. So it's 11 in total. You kind of wake up early and without any help you managed to sneak out, which wasn't hard since you were sleeping in the hall, unless you, after that, you went and slept in your own bed, which is fine. But you are very quiet as a person.
I definitely slept.
Okay. Yeah. But no, you make it into the kitchen before anyone else wakes up, and you can tell there's a few people around that kind of, like, are there, like, some chefs that do prepare the food for the entire monastery. But through some, like, just, like, quick chatter, they kind of agree to, like, give you a few eggs if you wanted to make, like... well, what are you trying to make, I should ask?
I'm gonna make, like...
You remember, you have an 11.
Yeah, so I'm like, what's, like, simple to make? It's like, would an 11 get me pancakes? Because those aren't too hard to make.
Well, they aren't too hard to make, but I'd say give
They wouldn't be the best.
They
but-
would not be the best, but if you want to make pancakes, I'll give you pancakes.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
Alright.
pancakes.
You make
but I'm only
pancakes,
gonna
and
make
they're edible, but they're also kind of tough. Like, you kind of put them on for too long, or you put too much baking powder in them, or something. And you know, like, when you pancakes are kind of, like, tough when you eat them, like those kind of pancakes. They're not that fluffy kind of texture that you really go for, but they are edible, nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
But
so what you're saying is Tanar'ri's cooking is about as good as my dad's in real life.
I guess so.
Like hotel conveyor belt pancakes.
Would I be able to would I wake up and then see Tanar'ri cooking in the kitchen when I wanted to go? By the way, do I have to roll to make my sandwiches?
You can if you want to, but I'd say because you already have proficiency in that, I was just to say you do it.
Cool. I make a lot of sandwiches.
All right. They will go bad in 2 days because if you put them in the bag of holding, because bag of holding has some sort of space-time magic. But after 48 hours, they will be bad, but they won't be moldy until probably like next week. Because the bag of holding isn't exactly a fridge.
I don't care about that. I'm making just like 12 sandwiches just for like today and tomorrow, just for the road.
That is, you easy enough to do that. Tanar'ri, you finish up your pancakes as you watch Puud just walk in and just just start grabbing like things for sandwiches, and you're sitting there with a plate of pancakes that you've just prepared, and the two of you are standing in the kitchen alone.
Oh, did you make something?
I'm gonna stay silent.
Could I try some?
Here's the thing, Kaleb, you messaged me last week and said that we would talk about it, and we never have quite.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I've got plans. Don't worry. I'll bring it up later. Don't worry about it.
That's good.
Okay.
Oh, I DM'd him.
What?
I DM'd him something. Don't worry about it.
Huh?
The thing is, I don't know if we're gonna get around to it. So right now, it's just a mild inconvenience. You know, it's like it's kind of like you wake up and it's kind of like.
Out if it, like...
No. It's kind of like, you know, when you wake up and you kind of got like a stuffy nose kind of shit. That's kind of what it feels like. Like, you know, it's very mild.
Okay.
No, don't worry about it.
So I'm gonna say, Puud, wait for the others.
Okay, I'm very excited to try it.
And you guys do have your table, which I believe the table you guys landed on was your quote-unquote designated table that you guys would go to, because I believe that's what you called it when you guys came in. That's the one you trademarked, so you could go set them down on the broken table as everyone else kind of gets up to also join you in the cafeteria.
I'm gonna set them on the table, but I am gonna say, because I feel like I haven't been playing Tanar'ri's intelligence as I should have been, I only made enough for 6 people.
Oh!
So it's like everybody gets like 2 pancakes each, kind of shit.
It's like I want them to have their fair share, so I have plans for that. I just want to like make it clear now that there's only enough for 6 people.
It's fine. Puud is a small person.
Oh yeah. Also, would I be able to find like a cute like picnic basket where I could put the sandwiches in it?
You probably could, but you can't find one here. You'd have to go back into town. You could definitely find something like that in Irontide. I mean, there's like that whole flea market area for a reason.
Nice. Okay.
But if you guys, which I think you guys are gonna head back into Irontide to go talk to Daniel anyway, right? So,
Are we talking to Daniel?
I almost said David because I remembered.
Damn, I do that all the time. I do that all the time.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me. I told Kaleb about this, and I was supposed to tell you last week, Max.
Story time.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 coworkers at the thrift store that I work at, and their names are Daniel and David.
No.
And because of you, I cannot keep their names straight.
You're welcome.
Because every time I go to call somebody David, I go, wait, no, that's wrong.
Oh no! Dude.
Dude, I'm fuming right now. I'm so...
The best part, Daniel is also new. He works in stocking. David is the general manager.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! I'm sorry we've cursed you.
Oh no!
It's great.
Alright, so there is
Luckily, David's pretty chill.
That's good. All of you guys sit down, or I guess wander over to your designated table that has been like crudely like duct taped back to like fantasy duct taped back together, you know, kind of shit.
Puud, did you make breakfast?
Oh, no. I made lunch.
Where's Tanar'ri?
I believe Tanar'ri's
Where's
just...
Tanar'ri?
I believe Tanar'ri... Is Tanar'ri just sitting at the table?
Oh yeah, what's Tanar'ri doing?
What's Tanar'ri?
Yeah, Tanar'ri is just sitting at the table.
Hi, Tanar'ri!
He's quiet.
Are those pancakes?
I'm just gonna gesture to them.
Just quietly gesture.
Could I have one now?
Can we have them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take one and eat it.
Cool.
It's a little tough, but it's, you know, it's edible.
It's delicious.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Grabs like 3. Spark grabs like 3.
Yeah. I believe you guys could probably find some like butter and syrup from the kitchen as well. So,
nice.
Yeah, have a full. I mean, I'm pretty sure like fruits and stuff are very limited. But you know, like you can have like the basic stuff for pancakes. No like cool chocolate chip or strawberry toppings on this. Sadly, with an 11, no.
So you made them. Directing at Tanar'ri.
Yeah.
I'm not hungry. I'm gonna go I'll figure something out later. I'm just not hungry right now.
There is a buffet as well.
Yes, I will actually go get food from there.
Bart makes a point of taking very big bites and looking very enthused.
I feel like at this point, Sav just kind of walks up and see there's like maybe a little bit of pancake left, if at all. She's gonna sit down and just take out some dry rations.
Left, she'll like share.
There is a buffet. Sav is allowed to eat some from the buffet. She would know this.
I didn't take any, so you can.
If she would.
No, Sav's just gonna sit down and eat her dry rations.
Oh, Sav.
Hey, apparently
Raven's gonna look over and he's gonna look at Puud and is gonna ask, "Hey, Puud, did you make anything?"
I did for later, but not now. And
can I steal one, please?
No, it's for later.
Pretty please.
Fine, then all of the pancakes are mine. I'm not gonna complain about this.
No, I want another one.
Oh, you want more pancakes? Okay. Hilda, are you eating pancakes?
Yeah.
Good.
Some of you are eating pancakes. Even though you only made enough for 6 people, they evenly get divided up between 5. So.
Thank you very much, Tanar'ri, for making breakfast.
Yes, thank you, Tanar'ri.
Everybody class, thank you, Tanar'ri!
Thank you, Tanar'ri!
I shouldn't have said it, I'm so sorry. I just got like flashback to elementary school and like my entire body cringed.
Tanar'ri is the kid that brought cupcakes for his birthday to class.
That's like every birthday at my school.
Oh my god.
Some of us had summer birthdays and suffered, okay?
Dude, don't worry. Don't worry, my birthday's in the summer.
Same.
It's July.
There was like always that one kid in my class who, like, because they had a summer birthday, they'd bring cupcakes on like the last day of school.
Always something I almost did. I kept wanting to do that and then not.
I would just buy a tub of ice cream on the last day of school and share it between my friends. Like, plastic spoons and a tub of like Moose Tracks ice cream, and we'd sit out in the front lawn of the school and just sit around and just like eat it with like spoons.
Nice.
Small town vibes.
Wait, so no one else? Wait, does anyone have a fall birthday?
I do.
Yes.
December.
Cass is
I'm
a
fucking
Scorpio.
all the way at the freaking end of the year. But
October 29th.
hey.
Ha, I got October 30th. What's good?
Nice.
Oh my god. Hey,
What year? What year?
2002.
Oh, he's
Oh,
younger.
you are
He's a baby. He's a baby.
Ooh, you are baby.
Yeah, he's a baby.
I believe we've covered this before. This is not the first topic that we've covered this topic.
Max is still in high school, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm going to my senior year.
Yeah.
I think,
Aw,
if I
Susie.
recall, I think I'm the oldest person in this group.
I believe you
I
are.
believe you are.
I think so, maybe.
Yeah.
That's so weird to me.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not usually the oldest.
I know. It's weird to me that I'm not the youngest because I'm always the youngest. Because I'm A, born in December, and B, am 18. So like, but no, Max beat me. So it's kind of a weird situation for both of us.
Like, it was hysterical because I worked at Hot Topic last summer, and I would have kids come in, and I would sign them up for rewards, and I'd be like, okay, so when's your date of birth? And they'd be like, oh, March 14, 2006, and I'm like, you do not exist. 2006 is
That's not a real year.
Oh my god, my brother was born in 2005, and it's like the weirdest sensation to think that, like, man, he's going into 10th grade in September. That's the weirdest thing to me. Anyway,
2006 is not a real year.
2006 is not a real year. That's a good song that came out in 2006. But anyway.
Dynamite by Teo. I don't even know if that came out then.
I think that Dynamite came out in 2008, I think. Hold on.
Damn.
I think so. Hold on.
Either way, that song slaps.
It does. Hold on.
I shoot my arrows in the air.
I had that. I had.
Wait, hold on. Are we talking about 2006? Are we talking about 2006 or 2007? It doesn't matter. I'm still 2006.
Hi, YouTube recording.
We're bringing
I hope
Sexy
you like this
Back
conversation.
Yeah, sorry, YouTube
came
recording.
Out in 2006.
Woo!
That is a good one.
ADHD.
Sexy Back came out in 2006.
I'm bringing Sexy Back. Yeah. Umbrella by Rihanna came out in 2007.
Dude, I'm still reeling about the fact that fucking what's it called? Party Rock Anthem. That band is a kid and his uncle.
It is.
Wait, what?
It is.
Yeah.
And then
LMFAO is.
Oh man,
I heard a Party Rock,
That's
and then
terrifying.
started Party Rocking, and then they just disappeared off the face of the earth, which is the
they
funniest shit.
SOS by Rihanna came out in 2006. Breaking Free from the High School Musical soundtrack is from 2006.
You mean it's from 2006? What do you mean?
Welcome to the Black Parade was released in 2006.
Oh my! Wait, that anthem came out in 2006?
Dude, I was 4 when that came out. What the?
What the fuck?
I was 6 when that came out.
I think I was like 5 when that came out.
Yeah.
Make Damn Sure by Taking Back Sunday was done in 2006.
Oh my god. Oh, by the way, I'm counting this as like our 15-minute break. I'm gonna cut all of this out at the end
are
of
we?
recording.
Because then I need to go get banana bread.
Okay, go get banana break. Go pick up banana. Okay,
Okay, I'll be back.
I'm gonna probably go grab
I knew-
water as well.
I need to fucking wash my hands. I spilled coffee on them.
God damn it.
Yeah, we'll cut this as our like 10-minute break. I'm gonna go grab water. But
I am filling up water.
I'm
Or
going
it's
to
actually Kool-Aid.
Oh fuck, dude! I want Kool-Aid. I'm gonna beat myself. I'm gonna go grab water.
Don't Lie came out in 2006.
What did?
Hips Don't Lie by Shakira.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit.
Is that long ago?
Yeah. Right Since Not Tragedies came out in 2006. By Panic! At the Disco. Move Along by the All American Rejects came out in 2006.
Okay.
How to Save a Life by The Fray came out in 2006. Every Time We Touch by Cascada came out in 2006. Dance Dance by Fall Out Boy. Gold Digger by Kanye West.
So, fun fact
by
about...
Nickelback.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so, fun fact about Move Along. The first time I heard that song was in a commercial for Bionicles.
Oh, nice.
Let me see, what else?
Saying both of those out loud makes me feel real old.
Wait.
Dirty, yeah. Very good. As we say, same album, Dirty Little Secret by All American Rejects.
Yeah.
That one.
I just wanted to make a note of the absolute cultural touchstone that was the Kia Motors Soul Hamsters. Just
Yes.
I don't like
Oh
it.
my god, I forgot about those.
Jesus Take the Wheel by Carrie Underwood was put out in 2006.
Wait, all the Americans here wouldn't know the true culture that is house hippos.
Yes.
fucking what?
Exactly. Old commercials from the 2000s.
Those, dude.
Feel Good
that was my
Incorporated
childhood.
by
Oh my
Gorillaz.
Oh, that makes me feel even older.
God.
Dude, I still remember asking for a house hippo for Christmas.
Oh my
But,
god.
but Steven, you already had
that's
one.
a
You just didn't know about it.
House hippo.
I wanted a pet house hippo. I mean, I
All of
technically
those, like, don't believe. Like, all those don't believe everything on the internet. It's all those commercials. Like,
I
oh my god.
know. But like the
Canadian
thing is, I remember
Wait,
I would want a house hippo so bad, but then my
Is that it?
yeah, that's the house hippo.
That's it.
It's so good. And then my parents had to convince me because at the time I really wanted a house hippo, but we lived in Surrey, and so they and when we moved, and then we moved to Agassi, and I said, "Where's our house hippo?" Because they convinced me that they had one at the other house, but it was hiding. And basically my mom bought this like hippo plush, and she would put it on like top really high shelves, and I was like a toddler, so I couldn't reach it. And I guess she lost it when we moved to Agassi. I remember asking her once. We were like, I don't remember. I think I was like at home from like daycare or something. And I just remember asking her, "Where's the house hippo?" And then she just went, "Oh no, I don't think we have a house hippo at this house." And I just got so sad and I started crying.
Okay.
I remember that.
Oh no!
I was a very emotional
So-
kid. I cried a lot. But
Concept. So when we all meet up, how about whenever you guys come to Canada, let's go to Ontario and go to Marineland.
oh my
Dude.
fucking god,
Dude.
dude.
Aquariums
Or at least-
and zoos
hey,
slap.
If they
Aquariums
want
and
to come to
zoos
Vancouver, we can just
slap.
go to the P&E. But
True. I mean, I'm depending on when it is, I might be working, but we'll see.
true.
I might not be working there,
Okay, but if you could take a day off,
but absolutely,
if you
yeah.
could take a day off, my man, let's go to fucking
absolutely.
P&E and the fucking aquarium and shit. Fuck, you know.
Yeah.
If we ever get together, I want to do a live session. Like fucking, I don't.
That would be really fun.
It-
Road trip, motherfuckers.
Oh
trip.
my god.
I don't
Number
care
one
where we
song.
go.
Bad Day by Daniel Pelter.
Oh my god.
If we ever get together, you can do like stuff at the Vancouver Aquarium where you go like behind the scenes. Like I've like
Oh my god.
I've never
like,
done
cut up
that.
fish. I've cut up fish before for my birthday and like fed it to the sea lions. I believe it was.
I never did that. My sister did the volunteering there, and she like got to do stuff like that, but I never did.
I went there. Oh god, I went there recently, actually, right before before it closed because of the coronavirus. I went there like in early March for my friend's birthday because she was like, "I really want to go to the aquarium for her birthday," and so we went. And because of Corona, like it was super fucking empty. And we went and we watched the walruses, or not walruses, right? Sea lions. Sea lions, that's what they are.
Mhm.
They're sea lions. We went to watch the sea lions show, and we were the only people in the audience because it was so fucking empty. And then they usually have like an audience participation thing where you go and you're able to like, okay, command, like say this command, and then they'll do it. And so it was my friend's birthday, and so like they looked at us and they like, we're all adults, and so they look and they're like, do one of you want to like play with the walruses? And we like look at them like, hell yeah! And so like Sav'lia went first because it was her birthday, and then they like wished her a happy birthday and got them to do a little dance for her. It's so cute. I wish I had. I might still have the video. I'll send it to the chat later if I do. And then after that, we all just had a turn to kind of like give a command and throw a fish at the sea lions. And so I got to do it, but only because nobody was fucking there, and it was great.
Did you guys ever sleep over at the aquarium?
I did once.
Fucking what?
No.
I did.
Oh, wow.
No, I want to.
I did it only because I was part of like Boy Scouts, so I gotta do it.
I did it. Yeah, I did it very young with my mom's work.
Okay, if you to specifically this area, there's this one place we need to visit because I visited it once as like a child, and it's like a fever dream. Like I don't remember it though. All I remember is I fucking lost my Lightning McQueen light up in a giant. It was like a giant catfish enclosure thing where like it was like there's that like an actual waterfall that went down, and I don't know why I just took my shoe off and like dropped it in. So like, yeah. And then we had to get people to fish it out.
Oh.
Oh my god.
We should. I don't care where we end up. If we do end up doing, like, 1, I want to do a live session. And 2, I want to go camping with you guys. And 3, I just want to go on adventures with you guys. Like, not even related to D&D, but also, I want to do a live session. But, like, that's besides the point. Get us all into, like, cheap cosplays and fucking go. Man.
That would be fun.
I know.
Oh, dude. Oh, I always forget my dad's house is in fucking walking distance from Kosai. Have you guys been to Kosai?
How many of you are Canadian?
3.
Oh,
that's
4.
That's like half.
4? There's a 4. There's 4 of us.
That's like half the party.
Yeah.
Good
portion. It's because I go to school with Alycia and Dante, and I met Dante and Steven at an anime convention, and I'm the DM, so I brought them all together, and everybody else I met on TikTok. So
Steven lives like up the road from me.
I know.
Yeah. I could literally, like, if I left now, I could be there in, like, 10, 15 minutes.
I'm so jealous.
I live like an hour away.
Man, I drove 3 hours from Vari today, man. I wish.
Yeah. Big sad. Oh, fuck, my eczema's getting fucking cold. I shouldn't itch my hand. My hand's itchy, but I don't want to go upstairs to get my medication for it. Anyway, are we all back? Do you guys want to continue?
I think everyone's still here.
Okay,
Banana bread slapped. I'm very proud of it.
Hell yeah! Anyway, so, returning, you guys all have a pretty decent breakfast, as Tanar'ri made you pancakes, and it was a sweet gesture. They were not poisonous, they were a little tough around the edges, but besides that, they were, edible. And they
Peirs denied it.
They were probably around the same quality of the sort of like rubbery omelets that Peirs managed to get from the buffet. But I'm gonna like.
He did it out of spite.
I know you did. Oh man. Anyway, that's fine. Yeah, so what do you guys have a breakfast together, and you managed to pick up all your stuff, and what is that?
Oh, that's the place I was talking about. It's a fucking fever dream. It's wild.
Fucking, I want to go there and cosplay and take some fucking pictures.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Bro, set me fucking.
Bring your like Fae characters there.
No, fucking. I want. Fucking, this could be fucking Taldor or not Taldor. It's been too long since I've fucking listened to Critical Role. Fucking get Jester there. Fucking Caduceus cosplay. Fucking, I want to see the entire cast there.
Thrive there.
Caduceus would thrive there. Bruh, if I could put a traveler cosplayer with a Jester, like, I fucking. My cosplayer vibes, they're like, oh, I could do so many cosplays in that location. But, anyway, back to the story at hand. What do you guys want to do? Because I don't know what you guys want to do.
I'll just next step
we
here.
needed to go.
Right.
We need to go back to Vahara, right?
Yes, but I believe Sav wanted to say something, right?
Oh yeah, did
Sav want to?
Yeah. So I was basically gonna wait until everybody was like packing up to get ready to leave.
This would be right now.
What should be right now? Okay. I'm going to pull Peirs off to the side and make sure that nobody is around us. I will kick ass. I will be like with my in full armor, like bag at the side, ready, trident in hand, like getting ready to like untether my horse and take off.
I mean, it's pretty easy if you guys just want to like step outside for a minute or like go and like there's like some balconies on like the second floor. You guys can find privacy. There's like some small nooks, and you guys can. I mean, at this point the church is kind of full, so you guys can't have that privacy like Puud and Spark did. But you guys can find privacy pretty easily. Where do you guys want to? You guys want to go outside, upstairs, just on the balcony? What's your plan?
Side, but not on the balcony. Cause I just kind of want to take off after.
Okay, so just you head out outside and kind of there's a few people working in the graveyard right now, but none of them seem to be focused on you as they're all just doing their own job.
Sorry to pull you out while you're busy packing and taking care of things you need to do for the party. But I wanted to talk about what happened last night with Tanar'ri. No, I'm not going to bring up details because it's frankly none of my business. But I just wanted to remind you, or at least bring it to the front of your attention, that it's okay to be angry. And I'm not trying to tell you how to feel when it comes to your friends. You have every right to be angry, but I just want you to know that you can be quick to anger, but I hope that you can learn to be slow to raise your fist. I know it's your first instinct, and I know that you care about the party's unity. And obviously what Tanar'ri said crossed the line. And I don't blame you for that.
It's fine. I know I need to work on my issues. It's just, I ended up growing up in a pretty bad place, and I, just ended up anger and frustration just ended up being my default at points. So, and came out at once, and he has been irritating me, and I guess he just caught me on the worst. It just broke, and he just broke me, I guess, with everything that he's been doing.
I understand. I know it's difficult to face what you've gone through in the past. And I can tell everybody here has gone through a lot in their own backgrounds in their past. But I was talking to Tanar'ri. I didn't really talk to him. I told him. You should see his face. I told him that if you want to be a part of the party, you have to show respect. You have to respect every single member, regardless of how horribly the past has fucked you over, or regardless of how you have fucked up in the past. That's what I told him, and that's not necessarily something that you need to hear, because I trust that you make a good judgment. But like I said, I hope that you do keep in mind that when it comes to keeping the integrity of the party, raising your fist isn't really what is going to keep you guys together in the end. You don't have to talk about things now, but at least try and have some open communication. You can yell, but the minute that you raise your hands or you draw a blade, he will, and nothing will get solved.
You're right. I really shouldn't have, but in just all of that moment, that was just the first thing that just came through my head was just that. And I don't know what I would have done to him if you and Hilda didn't step in. A lot of bad stuff could have happened to both of us. I don't deny that he probably could have killed me in that moment as well.
I don't think that is necessarily productive. I don't know what you guys have to do, or what your end goal is, or how long that you and the other 5 will be banded together. And then, like I said, not everything has to be peaceful all the time. That's too much to ask, and it's not my place to ask. But from what I've seen, the most amount of discord is stemming from Tanar'ri, and I think you should at least try to... And again, conversation might not work, but put him in his place if he needs it.
Yeah, it'll be hard to set him straight and put him in I don't know, he's just complicated and I don't know what to do about it. I just tend to not deal with him and let other people deal with his bullshit, but at that, just sometimes I just don't know. But I'm glad that you were here to stop it or stop us. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him or with everything. It'll fade out eventually, but just not right now.
And he will come to in his own time. I don't doubt that the Platinum Dragon will have his way eventually. Things tend to have a funny way of working when people are at odds.
Yeah.
But I must go soon. But I think I will head over to the island with my Platinum Dragon. I don't know this area well, but I feel like this tapestry is where it belongs.
I think
Are you bringing the tapestry of the Platinum Dragon back to Platala, which is the island of the Platinum Dragon?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I have to make a quick TM note. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And I think we all might end up bringing these back to the respective island, but they're also all here for a reason, right? So who knows what'll happen.
Then you might find me there. I think I will stay there for a while.
Well, I hope that our paths will meet again someday.
It will. Oh, and before I forget, this will help you. And she's gonna take off the corded leather necklace that she has with the blue feathers on it and tie it around his neck. I said, you can find me with that later if you ever need someone to talk to, or if you need to retrieve said tapestry. And she tucks it into the front of his shirt, so that way nobody in the rest of the party sees that, because that'd be weird.
That's fair. No, that's good.
And then she just hops up on her horse and waves goodbye and walks off.
Yeah, he salutes goodbye.
Oh, I'm gonna say goodbye.
We will cross paths again, I'm sure, my dear Puud.
I mean, hey, if they ever head back to Platala, I'll DM you. Or I'll get B to DM you. Like, fucking, you're welcome back to our table at any point in time. But, fucking, anyway. I mean, you could stay and listen to the chat if you just want to, like, mute yourself and listen to us if you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But I wanted to do that.
You are welcome to listen into our bullshit. That is A-okay. Alright, so, Sav has left to take the first ferry back to Platala. Meanwhile, Peirs, you've waved goodbye to her at the gate. You could either head back and, like, finish collecting your things, or you could just stand out there and wait for everybody else to come join you. Because I believe you're heading straight back into Irontide, right?
I thought people wanted to talk to Daniel about Lewis, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's talking to Daniel,
that's
or are we
where
just heading straight to
I was go back. I was gonna bring the tapestry to Daniel.
Oh, that's right. We wanted to return the tapestry.
Right.
Okay.
Also, Puud wants a picnic basket, apparently.
Yes.
So
right, yeah.
Also, I just found more pictures of the thing.
Gonna wait for everybody to come to the gate.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have pretty
unless
much
there's
have
anything you else guys want to do, Issa will sort of make her way downstairs and wave you guys farewell. Finally in her usual sort of like priestess attire, and not in her pajamas as you guys last saw her.
But I do want to say something to her.
Oh yeah, she's not making her way down the stairs. She kind of gives you all a smile and she says, "Like, good morning. I hope you guys slept all right."
It was rest that we needed.
Well, I'm glad you were able to get it here.
Could I talk to you for a second, just like over here?
Oh yeah, sure. What is it?
I have a lot of knowledge, as you're aware. One of the things that I want you to research for me about Spark is there is this one devil that his name is Beelzebub. Wait, fuck, how do I pronounce that? Beelzebul. That's it.
Beelzebub?
Yeah, I say Beelzebub.
Beelzebub or Beelzebub? Yeah, Beelzebub.
Well, no,
Why haven't I heard of this? Hold on.
It's the demon lord of hell, like flies and stuff.
The Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
Right! Fuck, dude. Okay, I'm so uncultured. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I've read that book once, but like.
Oh wait, no, is that different? That's not. Wait.
No.
No.
He's the Lord of Lord of Hell.
He's Lord
I get it.
Lord of Flies and the Lord of Lies.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I get it. Okay.
Not how it's spelled, but I support you.
It's fine. I feel like Puud would. I mean, Puud would probably, with his wisdom, he probably would know about this.
That's actually how it's spelled.
No, it's not. That is how that's spelled. Lord of the Flies? Oh, you mean that one?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right, fair enough.
Which is also he was also okay. Sorry.
Oh. Okay. Hold on. This is Kaleb also doing research, but continue.
Last night I kind of looked into it, and it matches a few descriptions of Spark said they went through, and I would like for you to research it. I really hope it's not this, but if it is, we have a fucking issue. Also, you look really nice this morning. Did you do something?
Well, I just got my robes dry cleaned, but thank you. She's blushing almost.
Oh my goodness.
You really changed the energy there, but I'll do some research. I mean, I've heard of entities pretending to be deities before, and it's very toxic and harmful, but I'm not...
This one does. It lies. That's what it can do. It pretends.
Well, there's a lot of demons out there that lie, but I'll look into it, and I'll send you a message if I find anything that might be of worth to you.
Let's do. Ooh. By the way,
And I reach in because I've had some flowers. I'm gonna give one to her.
She takes it and like her white scales just like blush a small pink a little bit. Like I mean, you know how have you ever seen like cockatoos and how like they blush, like, you know, there's like that purple area like by their eyes, and like whenever they blush it turns like it goes from like blue to purple when they blush. It's like lizards.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm just gonna say yes.
Okay, well, I know too much about fucking birds. It's fine. Anyway, she has like a small blush. She takes it. She says, "Well, thank you, Puud," and she'll lean down and she'll give you a small kiss on the forehead before letting you go off.
Yes, dude, Puud got game. Let's go.
All right.
Alright, let's go talk to Daniel because I really want to get to Vahara eventually here.
You guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say very quickly. I'm going to take a plate, throw the pancakes that I took but didn't eat onto the plate, and take it out and just kind of push it into Peirs' chest. Not like pancakes, just like handing it to him aggressively.
He's just gonna just start walking.
You gotta take the pancakes, man. Do you take the pancakes?
He isn't.
Oh.
They just fall.
Raven's gonna run to catch up to Peirs. So about that teaching of Infernal.
I knew that would be one of the first things you'd ask me this morning.
Sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
Well,
Peirs, I have something I want to say too.
Hmm?
What are you doing this morning?
All right. I've had better mornings, but it's fine. Weather's nice. Sav'lia had a nice goodbye with her. It's all around. It's a pretty all right morning. What about you?
Oh, it's going wonderfully.
Sav'lia, huh?
Let's
You,
just say
two seem to
I've
really hit it
never-
off.
Oh, dear.
Well, I'm not in
Like,
that.
really hit it off.
Well,
Is Peirs? Oh, is Peirs flirting with Sav? Oh my goodness!
that's what I said.
Oh my goodness!
She had a lot to say about last night, is all.
Alright.
You saw what happened last night. I punched Tanar'ri in the teeth.
We're talking about the boring thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Alright, if you don't want to admit anything fun.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you all know what happened last night.
Do we?
I'm aware.
Yeah, I punched Tanar'ri a lot and you got paralyzed.
Boring. That's what I mean. But okay.
I would like to say that this whole time I'm walking alongside Peirs holding the pancakes, like, still trying to get him to take them.
Alright, I'm gonna look over, I'm gonna grab the pancakes from Tanar'ri, and I'm like, dude, just do it. I'll eat one if you eat one.
He's just gonna open the bag of holding and just slowly slide them in.
I'm gonna fucking stop him from doing that.
Peirs, he's trying to be nice.
I know.
I'm gonna lean over. It's like, as a person who is really crappy at apologizing to begin with, this is an apology. It's a shitty one, but it is an apology.
I saw him in the kitchen. He worked very hard on these.
I mean, yeah, I can imagine, but right now, I'm just not. Right now, I just
Not
wanna.
ready?
Yeah, I just wanna not deal with this right now.
Alright.
Okay.
Just let
Gonna
me.
turn to Tanar'ri next time, buddy.
Yeah, next time, if you want help making the pancakes, I can help.
Remember what I told you, by the way, Peirs? Just if it's...
No, I don't. I know.
Okay,
Also-
now how do you say my name is in Infernal?
If you guys want to,
This goes on
I'll
for several
let
minutes.
Peirs, you can teach Raven a few very basic phrases on your two. I think it's like just over an hour walk. I think we agreed it was from the graveyard to Irontide. So you can teach Raven some basics, like like the sort of the yes, no, like fucking. My only comparison is French because I only know very basic French. So it's like yes, no, hello, my name is.
Je ne pas. Je me pas.
Yeah, just like that. But I mean, I think we all agree that Infernal sounds a little bit more like,
So, also,
I
are-
think
it's
it kind
not
of sounds
ra-
like
it-
Mongolian.
a little.
Yeah, no,
Mongolian. I
no,
do not
Paige,
want to offend
after
people.
listening to the Who, that
Yes.
entire album, yeah, that's what I imagine.
100%.
Wait, okay, can
Like
you
the
send
more
me that
I
album?
listen, the more that I listen
Yeah.
to
Just
Hilda's
link it to
playlist-
me in the fucking in chat or in DMs because I want to listen to that later. But yeah.
Peirs, how do you
Or
say
if
it?
you've got Hilda's playlist, the first song on there is also by them,
But I don't have
and it's
premium,
freaking dope as heck.
so I can't listen to songs like one at a time because I don't have Spotify Premium, which sucks.
Have
But
they changed how
Anymore.
that
How do you
works?
say it?
yeah, so
You can
I
do
can't-
that on desktop for free, but not on mobile.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
you
I
can
should-
only have. It's only shuffle, unfortunately, for not
Yeah.
premium.
Big sad. But I've listened to all of your playlists on shuffle, and I've made it through all of them, and I think they're
Nice.
fucking great. But
Lives in all of them? Ravens
Yeah.
is so long.
I mean,
It's
I
like
don't
4
think
hours, dude.
I don't think I finished Ravens yet, but I have got a good portion way through it. I finished Hilda's and I finished Sparks. Puud doesn't have it.
I have like 5 songs up my sleeve for if we
Thanks.
meet Sky, all depending on how that interaction goes.
I also have a song for If We Meet Sky.
Oh, God.
Depending on how that interaction goes.
I forgot,
Yeah,
That's the
that's Puud's. I
that's
think
the Pud mood playlist.
Nice.
So,
I love
you know,
that. I love the first one is break my stride in British bombs, which I'm fucking like.
And
That
the next one is
so...
brave as a noun.
I know.
Which
It's
Dude,
great.
fun. Okay, also, underneath, I'll just list off the songs. Break My Stride, British Bombs, Brave as a Noun, 99 Looped Balloons, Just What I Needed, Boogie Wonderland, September,
That's a good one. That's a good one. Boogie
Wanna
Wonderland
Be
is
by the
good.
Spice Girls, and Last Night.
That's good. Man.
Yes.
Anyway, so you guys.
games.
Back to games. You managed to teach Raven some very basic things. Like, obviously, it's not enough for Raven to keep a conversation. But if he was confronted in Infernal, he could like kind of answer, yeah, no, thank you. Like, those are like the 3 words that you've learned in like an hour of practice. I'll say, because Infernal's a very complicated language, as is.
All right.
I mean, it is. It's a very complicated language, as it's very, tongue and guttural. Just in general, Mongolian or not. But, you guys do manage to make it back into Irontide. You guys can head to the Creepy Shoe, and you guys can find Daniel if you guys want to. But if you want to wander and find yourself a basket in the flea market, you can do that. I'll say you could find one for probably... if you want to find a good quality one, it'd be 1 gold. But if you want to find a general, just like weaved basket, you could probably find one for about like 6 silver.
Nah, I want to find like a really good one.
So I'll say gold. Drop a gold for a really nice weaved basket.
I will give a gold and a silver for
a tip.
I have money. I want to make sure. I want to give it to.
Yeah, so there's like a sort of like an elven woman that's just like sitting on a blanket, and she has like these long strands of like these like wood so she's like sitting there weaving it, and she has like a few things that she's already weaved when you walk up, and you can go and pay her. She's like very hippie vibes, has like that flower crown, and she's, like her eyes are barely open and she's just sitting there weaving. But yeah, you can buy one, no problem. And
cool. I'm
and
gonna put all of the sandwiches in there.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Cover it with a nice little blanket or like towel,
Oh, absolutely.
Oh hell yeah. I'll say you get that with that gold though. All right, so you guys managed to make it. I think you guys wanted to go see Daniel, right? That was the whole thing.
Yeah, just pop it in there.
You guys managed to pop it. It's pretty early in the morning. I'll say it's around like 10 a.m. So, and actually for once you see there's someone else in the store, and Daniel is kind of sitting there, and he kind of is like leaned over the counter, and there's like just like another sort of like, there's like 2 people in there that just seem to be looking at some like sort of like necklaces that he has hanging on the wall, and he's kind of like watching them, and then he turns to go greet you guys as he entered, and he kind of smiles and goes, "Ah, you're back again.
Hey, we
popping in.
bearing gifts.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll be out of your hair soon.
What, are we giving him all of them, or are we?
I'm just giving him
tapestry,
mine.
right?
Just giving him my tapestry.
Cool.
The one that has him on it?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So you pull it out, and you just like throw it in. This thing, even though it's rolled up, it's probably like 1.5 feet thick, and it's probably like super long. So it's like Mary Poppins. You pull like part of it out of the bag of holding at a time. But eventually, you do manage to pull out and just like toss it onto his desk as he kind of like stands back, and it's like the 2 customers in the stores look over like confused as he's just like looking at it, and he's just like, oh, what
Daniel,
is this?
help!
Stop,
guys!
Pal.
Daniel, help your customers before us, please.
He just looks over at them, and then they just kind of like, at that point they like scutter out and leave, and he goes, "I think you scared them off."
Sorry.
Nice to meet
fucking damn
you. Bye.
We really didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Nah, it's fine. They'll be back.
But this thing is really cool. You got to take a look at it.
Alright.
I think you'll find it to be quite familiar.
Oh boy.
Alright, and he kind of like tries to pull it and like push it to unwrap it. Was this one damaged? I forgot which one was damaged.
No,
this
perfectly
No, that one.
Yeah, this
Nephis was damaged.
Nephis
Nephis was damaged.
and then the Platinum Dragon one was damaged, I believe. I think those are
Yeah.
the 2 that were damaged, and then the rest of them were fine.
Daniel came down really well. I think we got a nat 20 on that one.
I think you got a nat 20 on Daniel's.
Yeah, I did not for that one.
I think so, yeah. So he kind of like pushes it open, and then he kind of like just like gives it to you, Raven. He's just like, "Can you just like back up?" Like he's very much like, "Can you help?" Like, this thing is huge. Like it is.
Yeah,
This probably
I got it.
takes up most of his floor space as you guys spread it out. And then the moment he sees it, there's like a spark of recognition in his eyes, and he just kind of goes, "Where the fuck did you guys get this?"
Tower.
It was in the tower.
We found it.
These are did you find? He's like
We have all of them.
Yeah, we have all of
I'm
them. One of them is with a friend that is now gone, but like we have all of them.
I haven't seen these in centuries.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about the teleportation magic found behind them, would you?
Yeah, I'm super curious.
God, no. I mean, I know that these were put up in the sort of. God, it's been so long, and you guys just see it's like he's like looking over this thing, and then like, just like memories are flooding back to him. He's just like, I mean, we used to have this sort of like meeting space where we would go and just like, see each other every once in a while when we first started this sort of quest. I don't know what to call it anymore. Quests, plural. Stop making fun of my accent. No, I mean,
What is going on?
Hilda? Paige?
There's something else.
Sorry.
Okay, I thought you were making fun of me for saying quest weird. But I think
No.
No, it's
Trying to get the cat off the counter.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That sounds more like it, yeah. Yeah, no, and he kind of looks it all over, and he kind of goes, I mean, I haven't seen them in centuries. We used to see each other, like at least once a week, and then it turns into once a month, and now I haven't seen them in 200-ish years? What?
Why can't you leave your islands?
Oh.
Why can't you go visit Neffy or something like that? I'm sure she'd love to see you.
That was, a promise that we all made when, I mean, after a certain amount of time, people stopped needing you as much anymore, and so you just kind of fade into the background and become a myth, as you know. But even
well, you
when
look pretty good for a myth, so there's that.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, well, that's on. I can't get over. But yeah, thanks. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons, but I made a promise to a greater power that I wouldn't leave, and I would stay to protect the island. And I can't break that promise because I don't know what would happen. So
fair enough.
Safe and sorry.
That.
Yeah,
I get that.
I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. I miss like Neff, and I miss Town, and I miss them. Like, they're my friends, right? But I mean, I don't know if they still consider me a friend, but that's besides the point.
I'm sure they do. You seem okay. I have no idea what you were like back then, but you seem cool now.
Oh, jeez. I was annoying as shit back then, I'll tell you that. But,
Hey, Daniel.
What?
What if we kidnap you, and I wink?
That's
and
not a
then
good
you
idea.
escape, and I wink. And
Hey.
return.
Can we not screw with greater powers for once?
Oh, wow. I really agree with this. I really agree with that.
Listen, as much as I would love to see my friends again, it's been, 200, 300 years? You lose count after a while. But...
Hey, can I ask what power that you made this promise to?
Oh, frick.
Out of curiosity.
Well, he looks directly at you, Raven, he's like, I think you already know.
What?
I'll put in a good word with, maybe they could be like, I don't know, a day every once in a while.
Hey,
Like, I'll go.
I wouldn't get my hopes up, and neither should you. He's a...
I can be pretty persuasive.
So can
What?
I. Anyway, and he kind of like starts to roll it back up, and he's just like, "You guys," he's like, "Thank you. I'm. Is it all right if I keep it here, just for? I don't.
Yeah,
I
of
brought it for
course.
you.
It's a gift.
Yeah,
It's a
of
gift.
course.
Yeah, it's for you.
Yeah." It's like, "Thank you," and he'll like roll it back
I'm
up,
sure
and just
you're
kind of like
told
push
me
it
if you
against
found
like
out I
the
was carrying
wall.
around a giant tapestry of you. So, all yours.
We have nephews too. We're gonna bring that back to her. That kind of thing.
Well, hey, if you get around to
Depending on how much it's worth.
Yeah.
depending
Wait,
on how much.
what?
Oh, jeez. He's like, well, I'll tell you, they're worth, practically nothing. But to me, it's worth quite a lot.
Matters.
And that's what matters.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
thank you.
totally.
But yeah, no. I mean, if you guys ever need anything, you know how to get my attention. He looks directly at Puud, thinks back to the 3 a.m. conversations.
Yeah.
Like, I think pretty sure Puud, you've only ever messaged him when it's like late at night or super early in the morning.
Oh, ooh, okay, if
Or
I'm
break
there,
into his house at that
I'm there,
time.
I'm gonna-
Oh yeah, that time
Okay,
Raven just broke into his house. Yeah, it's like, I'm pretty sure
I'm
you
gonna-
guys know
I'm
how to
gonna-
get a hold of me.
Oh, come on. I knocked
Could
once.
I ask something of you?
Oh,
Like right now.
yeah.
Okay,
Was that
my
when you broke down the door roof?
my component pouch is getting low. Do you have like an arcane focus for clerics? By any chance? I'll pay for it.
I mean, I've got lots of magic items, but I don't think I have anything that could give you an arcane focus. Sadly, I mean, I know a few enchanters that could probably make something like that up, but it's gonna cost you quite a lot.
How much is a lot?
Like 10,000 gold, probably 5,000 at the cheapest. But
Okay.
yeah, I wasn't lying.
That is a lot of gold.
Okay. Anyway, thank you.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for something, and I'll send you a message if I find anything. How about that?
Well, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. You guys-
So, how's Chloe?
Oh, she's good. She's she kind of like, he's like, I think she's just finished breakfast around now. Lewis is watching her, so.
So you two are getting along now? Am I supposed to be hostile? Am I supposed to be, like...
No,
Just-
Raven, you're not. You're
don't-
supposed to respect a lot of people.
Don't be hostile with him. We have our issues, but we're gonna work
I
them
choose
out.
sides. Thanks.
We're gonna work them out, like, adults do. I don't need you guys yelling at him and calling him feathers. Please.
I could have been worse. I could have used something else, but I didn't.
Hey,
Alright, gang. Are we ready?
thank you,
But
but you
I
can
will,
politely leave.
We're gonna
But,
just
yes,
I will,
Okay,
Let's go break a cult.
so who?
Wait, disguises!
Oh, what? Yeah, disguises. Oh boy, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put the ring on, and I am going to end up transforming into, I think I showed you guys the picture of it before,
Yes,
right?
you did.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
the tiefling.
Yeah, the tiefling. He's gonna
Yeah.
turn
Yeah.
into a tiefling.
Tiefling Raven. And Spark, what are
And
you
then
turning
Spark
into?
pulls on her sash, and I think I decided that she looks like a tabaxi, but a very different tabaxi, like a very sleek looking, like black leopard.
Okay.
Like in like cleric's robes, very looks like someone that would have a very high charisma, as well as a high wisdom. Pretty, very designed to be pretty and look like smart and wise and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Also,
I was
maybe
gonna
just
say
a little
she
bit
could
rich.
totally use Trixie's form.
What?
She could totally use Trixie's form if she wanted.
Oh my, yeah. In fact, that Trixie art earlier. Yeah. If you scroll up.
Yeah.
if you want to be a half human Neko Tabaxi, you can do that. but if you want to be a full
Nah, I
tabaxi.
think I'm gonna stick with Cats.
Cats.
Because
Full
Spark
Cats
is
musical, yeah.
Okay.
Spark is Spark is
won't
kind of
send- yeah.
deliberately
You sent the
basing
mood
this off
one.
of several different people.
Alright, I won't send Trick to start then.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
No, that's fine.
It's a good look on both of you.
Ooh.
I
That's a
needed
good
it.
look.
Right.
Daniel just kind of
Does it
shakes his
look
head and he's
okay?
just like, I hope what you guys are hiding from is pretty dumb. And so who's going to lead, who's holding the stick?
Me.
That would be Hilda, right?
I think I had.
Oh wait, you have it?
Because
No,
Because we're
Pud
going
has
straight
it,
to
but
the
Pud can
gates,
give it
right?
to someone else.
straight to Vahara?
Are you, well, you guys, Hilda, it's, okay, you guys could go back to, Rexstrom, and you guys can go back to Neffy's, and you guys are very familiar with that area, as you've been there a lot, or you guys could go straight to the main gates, which I believe Hilda's the only person who would have a memory of that, but it
We could
would
also
not...
go back to the Thieves Guild because the door is right there.
Yeah, true.
Well,
You
the
guys-
Thieves
you guys
Guild.
could go
Oh,
back to the
yeah,
Thieves
they
Guild.
do have a door to Vahara. They do. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys...
Maybe we
there's
should go to the
plenty
Thieves
of-
Guild then.
Pick up another diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what
Since
you
we
guys were
forgot to do
supposed
that
to do in the
the
first
first time.
place, but...
Yeah.
All right. Everyone, grab on. I will use my mind powers to teleport.
Alright.
Sounds good.
With everybody holding hands, Pud,
Yep.
where are you taking them?
Mm-hmm.
Right outside the Thieves Guild.
Just right outside? Okay, so we're not breaking tables this time?
No.
Oh, where's the fun in that?
So,
No,
probably...
we can break tables when we get in there.
It's true. Yeah.
Oh, no.
You guys feel this sort of force pushing you all together as you guys vanish from the spot, leaving Daniel alone in the creepy shoe once again. And you guys feel this sort of like tight release as you guys are dropped in front of the Thieves Guild entrance, which you guys come through once before. And you're out 20-ish feet off of where you guys had that camp, your campsite. Yep, you guys have arrived.
Oh,
Nice.
shit. We should have gone to where our cart was.
Your cart is currently back in Rexstrom, which you guys can go back and get later, but you can't really bring carts into Vahara unless, well, you can, but there's like certain rules because it's, very crowded space. So.
All right, Tanar'ri, this is your
Probably
thing.
better to go on foot anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Knock.
well, let's do this the good old-fashioned way. I'm gonna pick the lock.
Again. Yep. I mean, currently the door's unlocked, so you kind of just like
We can't
stick your
just lock
thieves
it?
in there, and then you realize that it's unlocked, and you're like, oh.
Oh, you're really good. You did that so quickly.
Thanks. I guess. And I'm gonna open the door.
When you open the door, there is one guard there, and he's kind of like leaning up against the wall. And you recognize this as the same Tabaxi from who got drunk and tried to flirt with Spark that one night so long ago. And he kind of leans back against the wall as he like looks over, and then he looks at like the party and he goes, "Oh, you're back." And he just like shrugs and lets you guys in.
I don't know you. You know me.
But he sees Tanar'ri first, because Tanar'ri's at the head of the party, so he recognizes Tanar'ri.
Oh, okay.
And that's why he's
Yeah,
letting you guys
the group changed a little bit, but
in.
yeah. I'm just gonna walk away.
Just don't make a mess. That's about it.
No promises!
Do I see the
A
person?
mess. We would never.
Sorry,
I
what
want to
did
see
you
the. I want to see the person I beat in poker. Are they there?
you guys sit down. It is, because it's not the evening like it was when you guys were last here for, like, happy hour, it's very, very much barren. There's a couple people who are just, like, there's, like, one tender at the bar who's just kind of, like, cleaning glasses, who you recognize as the same bartender who was there last time. There are a couple of people kind of sitting at a table just kind of, like, chatting over, like, a morning coffee, basically, and I'll say the guys you meet at poker, they're just sitting there, like, chatting and having a coffee this morning.
Is there any, like, spread word of the wanted posters from that creepy town? Is it gone further than town? Can I tell that?
Make a perception check for me.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
You're looking for something.
Just have to get into my dice roller. Perception. I can't do that.
Is it over an 11?
It's 23.
Oh yeah, fuck it. There's nothing here.
Cool.
I was like, it's probably gonna be like 20 something. Is it over an 11 at least? Yeah, no, you guys wander around and there is like a poster board of like quick jobs and stuff, like gathered around, but there doesn't seem to be any wanted posters up. So, you seem safe for the time being in the Thieves Guild. Yeah, anything you also want to do to the Thieves Guild, or do you guys want to walk straight through into Vahara?
We were gonna find a diamond, weren't we?
Yeah, just one.
Diamonds, but then we're going.
Okay, so for that you'd have to talk to Rex, which is the red
Yeah, I was gonna
man.
go up to the bartender and ask if Rex was around.
The bartender kind of gives you a nod and he says, he's in his office, what business is he here for?
Here, let me do the talking.
Oh no.
We are here
Uh-oh.
to buy a diamond.
Really? Make me a
Yes.
persuasion check. With advantage because Tanar'ri is helping you.
Sick.
I guess, technically.
Okay. Okay.
Uh-oh.
18.
Wow!
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, and he kind of nods and he goes, knock 3 times. And he does like a sort of like a head nod back towards the door which Tanar'ri you recognize as his office, or Rex's office, that you walked in and talked to him last time. So he's giving you an instruction to go talk to him. If you guys want to.
All right, let's go. I once again, I am the charismatic leader of our battalion.
And so I'll just walk ahead, and then
Sure you are.
I'll knock on the door 4 times, because I don't know.
There is no response.
Did I do it wrong?
I'm gonna knock on the door 3 times.
Yeah, and then after that, the door kind of like, it almost seems like it unlocks itself, and it like pushes open like an inch, but it doesn't like, there doesn't seem to be anybody at the door. It seems to be just like kind of like that force in like that pattern would unlock the door. So it opens slightly, and you guys can walk in. And when you guys open the door and look into the room, you were greeted with the sort of scruffy face of a red tiefling man with like large horns like pointing out of his forehead. And you, I believe this is the first time Puud has met this man, but Tanar'ri, you've met him before, and this is Rex. He kind of seems to be reading over some papers on his desk as he looks up, and he has like these like small like golden framed glasses that are just like on the tip of his nose as he looks up, and he kind of like takes them off slowly, and he kind of puts his hands on the desk and looks over, and he's just like, what can I do for you?
We are looking for diamonds.
I have some diamonds. How much are you looking for?
Just like the ones that can be used to revive people.
Are you picky? Cut? Uncut?
I don't care. Why does a diamond circumcision matter here?
We're not picky.
I'm gonna say in Infernal, I'm sorry about him.
Yeah, Rex just kind of like listens, and it just gives you like a small like small nod, and he goes, how many are you looking for?
1, 2. How many are we getting?
Well, that depends.
Depends on the price.
How much?
Is Peirs in the room? I believe only Puud and Tanar'ri walked in. Unless the entire party's walking in. That would be a different situation.
I'll walk in. I want to see what
I don't know how big this room is.
Yeah,
It's a small room, but it could fit, it could fit everybody, but not very comfortably.
I'm guessing there's like a chair in front of his desk or something, like on...
There's no chairs in front of his desk. The only chair in the room seems to be the one that he's sitting on. But there does seem to be like a large like oak bookcase on the side of the room. that's full of like different sort of like books, and it seems to be like all of them are written in Infernal. Like all of like the words on the books are written in Infernal. But besides that, he's looking at, and he's like, well, lucky for you, we just got a new shipment in, so I have some diamonds, uncut, but and he kind of like stands up from his desk and like fixes his like vest a little bit as he walks over, and he runs his hand over the bookcase, and he finds this one sort of book, and he pulls it, and he like pulls on it, you know, and then the wall, like one of the bricks kind of falls open, and like on it is like a tray of like 3 diamonds, like 3, I think 500 worth diamonds, and he goes, I'll give all of them for you. What's your price?
I mean, you're the one who's selling them.
Does he not know how deals are run? He's looking directly at you, Tanar'ri, like, does he not know? And he kind of sighs and he goes, fine, 150. Gold.
The gold?
Sorry, platinum. Frick, I don't know the difference.
Okay, is this where, like,
I know, I'll, like, tug at Tanar'ri.
Is this where I barter with him? Okay.
How about 40 for the lot?
40 for all 3? Make a persuasion
40
check.
platinum for all 3.
Make a hold on. Make a persuasion check. My tongue decided to turn off for a second.
That's 18.
Okay. Yeah, nods and he goes, you got yourself a deal, little one. And he kind of like grabs the tray and he's just like, where do you want them delivered? Or are you taking them now?
Should we get everyone in here so we can?
You actually watch us. He pulls out of like a chest on his desk, and he pulls out these like white silk gloves that he uses to handle them, and he begins to place them into like a sort of like a small chest that has like velvet red in like kind of like a velvet red sort of like lining inside of it, and he begins to just like place them into the chest.
Okay, should we get everyone in here to buy these? Because I don't know. Also, how much is...
I'm gonna place... He has a desk, right?
Yeah, there's a desk.
I'm gonna put 400 gold on the desk.
Cool. He looks over at them, gives you a quick nod, and hands you the closed chest with 3 diamonds in it.
Ooh, could I get it?
I'm going to gesture for Puud to take it, and look to Rex to make sure that he's okay with Puud being the one to take them.
He just kind of sighs and like hands them to Puud. Like obviously he doesn't trust Puud as much as he trusts you. After your one previous conversation, and B, you're the rogue, and he's also like he knows what business you're a part of, and so he trusts you a little bit more. But he kind of like sighs and hands it to Puud. So
I will grab it and then just haphazardly just open my bag of holding and just drop it in.
He kind of cringes a little bit, but like looks away and like looks up, just like biting his lip, and he's like, anything else you guys need, or are you just here to buy some gems off me?
Oh, we want to go.
Looking around the room, is there anything, like, I don't know how to question it, like, is there anything that, tells us more about him, or?
Make a persuasion check? No, not persuasion, perception.
Perception?
Perception. Make a perception check, just to, I guess?
So I'm not getting him to tell me his whole life story?
Exactly.
Darn it.
Can I also make a perception check?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So we got 3 more diamonds?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 24.
Cool.
Ignore my request, because I did not roll well enough to care to tell.
Alright. I'm kind of curious. What did you roll, buddy?
Naturally, a 2.
I think you need to start praying to Saloon, bud.
I might.
Well, Raven, with that, do you read Infernal? Oh, I think you only, and that's only verbally, so you can tell that he's, like, all of his books are written in Infernal, and you could tell that he's very neat, and a lot of his things are very clean. It almost looks like there doesn't seem to be a speck of dust anywhere in this office. He seems to pride himself on being very clean and well dressed, almost. And you could tell that there is a almost like a picture frame that sits on his desk that is facing where he would sit. So from your angle, you cannot see what's in the picture, but you can tell there's like a small picture frame on his desk. And that tells you a little bit about who he is as a person.
That's not a lot.
Well, I mean, he's a rogue, so he's very private. If you wanted to know insight, he does not trust Puud at all. He thinks Puud is kind of gross by just dropping his diamonds into a pool of nothing. He's not offended because he's a kobold. He's offended from how he's treating his diamonds. It's very much that. So, but yeah, I don't know, is there anything you're directly looking for? Because, I mean, he's very clean. There's not a lot of personal, like, he doesn't have, like, oh, this is my high school diploma, like, put up on the wall. Like, he's got to keep a low profile being in the business that he's in. And so, probably...
That's fair. I just wanted to see if there's, like, stuff that would hint to where he's from originally, or, the type of person that he is.
Well, he's a clean freak. That's for one.
People that he, like, has in his guild. I don't know. I just want to see friend or foe kind of thing.
I'd say definitely friend, as obviously you could tell he has sort of trust for Tanar'ri, and you can't tell if that's something more, or because you weren't there for the conversation, so you can't tell if that's something more, or if that is something that it's just between him and Tanar'ri.
I mean, that's one thing, but right now Tanar'ri is not exactly high on Raven's trust list.
True. I'm actually going to commit die. That sentence gave me an aneurysm.
Ask who.
Oh god. I had to read that over like 4 times because I did not understand what you were trying to type. And then I got it, and I was like, I actually want to die now. Thanks, but oh my, why did that take me so long? Like, I read it like 4 times, and I'm like, what? Why would Puud be asking that? And then I realized what you did again. And now I wanna. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. TM break.
Because I mean, I could just ask myself.
I mean, yes, you
can.
Hey,
can I ask Rex? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you can ask Rex.
Excuse me, Zex. Do you know how we could get to Vahara? Like the door you have here?
What did this little guy just... Yeah.
I apologize for him.
Say in Infernal, I'm sorry, he's not very good with names. And I'm gonna say Puud. It's Rex, not sex.
Oh. Okay. Wait, what did you say his name was again? I already.
Rex just kind of like pinches like the bridge of his nose, and he kind of goes, I mean... if you guys just walk out the door over there, it will take you right to the city. I can't really give you a place to stay, because that's not my business, but, I mean, there's hotels and stuff.
Mr. I don't remember what his last name is.
He doesn't have a last name, he only goes by Rex.
His name is Tex.
Okay, well, Raven's gonna awkwardly pause by
he's only giving you guys the identity of Rex, so you don't even know if that's his real name.
Mr. Rex, I have one further question, if you don't mind.
What is it?
In your underground, have you happened to hear of anyone that goes by the name of Orion? Has he stirred up any trouble in the last year or two?
Orion.
I'm gonna say, please answer in Infernal, which I'm gonna say in Infernal.
And he looks to you, and he looks back at Raven, and he kind of, like, you still look like a tiefling, right? And then he looks at, like, the rest of the party, and I think if you guys have all kind of wandered in there, he would also recognize the three of you who are Infernal, and he would start replying in Infernal himself, like, I've heard the name around, but, it's not a name that I'm personally in partnership with. I believe he had a fumble with my dealer the other night, but besides that, I really know nothing of the guy.
Just gonna look at Peirs.
Yeah, so I believe...
I'll tell you outside.
Thanks.
Just gonna look at Raven and say, you need a better teacher.
In Infernal, Rex leans over to Tanar'ri and then just kind of asks, he ain't native? Too bad.
Sorry, you cut out there.
He said he ain't native.
In common, I say, I'm from the continent.
Well, no. He was talking to Tanar'ri about Raven specifically because he doesn't speak Infernal about being native. I
thought he was talking about
the way you were looking at him, so he kind of understood that you understood him. And so he just kind of leans over and like, he ain't native? Like,
Just gonna start cussing Tanar'ri out in Undercommon.
I'm gonna look at Rex and say, he was abandoned as a kid, really sad.
And he actually hears you start speaking in Undercommon, and Rex kind of turns and speaks in Undercommon to you, Raven, and he says, I don't know who Orion is, but, I hope you find him. And that's about it. So he speaks Undercommon.
He will be taken care of soon. And thank you for speaking Undercommon. I don't know Infernal.
It's unusual, but
I am an idiot.
I wasn't gonna say it, but you did. And he like clears his throat a little bit.
Wow. Okay.
And he looks over at your like small crew, and he's like, "All right, is there anything else you guys need from me?"
That should be all. Thank you.
Alright, and he kind of like gestures back to the door for you guys to leave.
Thank you, Sex. We will be off.
He cringes so hard.
Just cringes.
No, he's just gonna sigh, turn around and say in Infernal, I promise next time we speak it'll be a little more private.
Rex kind of nods, and he kind of looks at you, and he says, "You're welcome back anytime, alright?" And he kind of gives you, like, a small smile. He doesn't seem to smile genuinely, but, like, right before you guys leave and he closes the door, he gives that Tanar'ri, like, one just final genuine smile before he closes it.
That's wholesome.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna turn back to Peirs and be like, okay, time to start drilling me. I need to know more. I obviously didn't have enough to cut it back there.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll get you on the right path.
Thanks, appreciate it.
There's like just off of like where his is. There's like a thin hallway that's sort of like arc-shaped hallway that you guys can walk down, and then there is like one final sort of like iron door that you guys can pull open. And it's unlocked, but there does seem to be one sort of person who's there standing guard over it. But he lets you through, no problem. You guys are just doing some deals with the deals with the devil, as some would say. But no.
I'm beginning to think he's not much of a friend.
That's fine. And you guys are able to walk out into the busy streets of Bahara. Currently, you guys are on something known as the main disc. which is the most commercial disc. So it's bustling with trade, shops, there's people, there's like a bard on every corner. It's very loud and full of like energy and life. And what you guys notice is there's no sunlight, and so on the roof, every so often there are these large sort of they're actually exactly what they are. There are light bulbs hanging from the roofs that hang over the streets, like street lamps. And there's actually electricity in this city, which is something, depending on where you've been. Exactly. Peter, I'm pretty sure this is the first time Spark's seen this. Puud, you've never seen electricity before. Raven, I'm pretty sure you have. Tanar'ri, I'm not sure. Peirs, I'm not sure, and Hilda, you probably have.
Well, maybe in that one thing that was brought up last time I talked to Drex, but...
Yeah. There's some electrical lights in the beach field as well. So actually, I'm pretty sure all of you have seen it, but these are the first time you're actually seeing lots of it. Like, there's just like a few sort of lights around, but this is the first time you're seeing these huge iron cords that hold these large glass bulbs of light onto the ceilings.
Fancy.
There are, in the very center, and then in certain parts of towns, there are these like sort of big metal sort of boxes of elevators that will take you to different floors. It's very high tech in this area. And most of the population around here do seem to be Dwarven or Elvish. So that's just the nature of the island itself. So Hilda, it does familiar. It brings you a little bit of home when you enter into the city. You could smell the smell of like fresh baked goods fill your nose as you walk out into the busy streets. What are you guys doing? Where are you going?
Wow. Okay.
I forgot what we're doing here.
I kinda did too. Whoa! What is going on?
Well, if we want to put our Orion business on hold for one day to look around, I'm okay with it.
I mean, really, well, the thing is that, like, part of me is, like, maybe we should hop on the Orion thing, but I mean, like, nothing's gonna change in a day. Because the festival's already over, so, like, I mean...
We don't know what he's doing, so I say, let's have a look around. Puud, you made lunch, why don't we find a nice spot to sit? Just take it in.
Also,
what do you guys think?
This is the biggest place I've ever been in.
Yeah,
except for maybe Hedgehorn.
You cannot see. You can hear noises, and you can see, like, when you see the walls, you can see where they should meet on the other side of the mountain is like hollowed out, and you can there's from like where you are, there's a good 140 to 150 feet from like where you stand to where the ceiling is. So there's lots of room in this area, and it almost looks like some of the buildings that are carved into like the sides of the mountains almost like protrude, and like there's some buildings that seem to be carved out of like stalactites. That's the right one. Stalagmites? I get them mixed up all the time. You know,
tight
stalactites hang tight to the ceiling.
Yeah, they hang tight to the ceiling. That's how I remember it.
Okay, stalactites. There's some almost like they seem to be. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we might end it super soon. Because I think if we want, we can just do like a game next week and just make it super like 100% if you guys want to. Because I don't know how late it is for you guys, but it's like almost 10 o'clock now.
The current starting time is super late.
Yeah, it is, but also I can't like start sooner because I have to have dinner.
Yeah,
which I'm sorry, but
it's okay.
I mean, I wanted to accommodate for everyone, and I would start earlier if I could, but
fine. I guess I will take dedicated or even more detailed than usual notes to catch up, Alycia.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, at this point, I'm pretty sure there's just like buildings that seem to be built out of the ceilings that have like metal staircases that lead up into them. There's like other buildings that's like a lot of the buildings here are made out of stone. Just because that's the most like available resource, but it's like such a weird city. It very much like there's like buildings hanging from ceilings. There's others that are like protruding out of walls, like almost in like this sort of like weird geometric shape. Like, it's very unusual compared to places that you guys have previously been in, that's what I'll say.
This is so cool.
Agreed.
But,
like...
Okay, where are we going to sit?
Where do we want to go? There's so much stuff.
Would I know a good picnic spot?
I guess you have to roll history for me, because I'm assuming, Hilda, you haven't been here since you were young.
Yeah.
Because this is like a vacation spot. If you don't live in the city, this is like a vacation hub.
Yeah.
But maybe a history check to see if you would remember. Because there's a lot of shit here. And I don't know if you guys are going to get to all of it, but you guys can get to a good portion of it.
If we want to find a place to go and Hilda doesn't know anything, we could go find like an inn or a church or something like that and ask somebody who lives here what the best places to go are.
Yeah.
Oh, I know where we can go.
What?
We can go to the Saloon Church.
Is there a Saloon church here?
Yes.
Oh,
there is one in Barhara.
Oh.
The Moon Mother.
Yeah.
Could we go, please?
Why not?
Yeah, sure, we can go.
Okay.
If there's a temple to the Raven Queen here too, I might want to drop by that because now I really want to see how other people do their stuff. But Saloon first, that'll be a lot more fun.
There is a temple to the Raven Queen, but you wouldn't know where it is. There is one in the city somewhere. Because
we can ask
There's probably a temple to every god here, because it is so culturally kind of inclusive in this area. So you could probably find it. But yeah.
I'm gonna put on, before we, enter, I'm gonna put on the cowboy hat.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, actually, the Saloon, Saloon, is what's known on the swamp disc, which is the disc below the main disc. So, to do that, you'd have to take the elevator down, which takes no cost. Because people go up and down all day, every day. But you guys can cram
let's go down the disc.
Large sort of elevators that have there's bars in the way, so you guys can't jump out, but you can watch as the world just lowers you down into the ground. And there's a clinking of metal as you guys reach the bottom floor. And there's an immediate...
high key clings onto Hilda's arm. It's really weird to be on an elevator for the first time.
Dude, I am also holding onto Hilda's arm, but more on
Hilda hold them both very close.
Oh, yeah, and you
guys,
there's an immediate smell difference. Almost this area almost smells moist. That's the only way I can describe it. It's much damper, because this is lower into the ground. There's a lot more, the roads are much less paved, and there are very few buildings. It very much looks like a lower class area. There does seem to be a few homes and some people roaming the streets. The people around seem generally happy. There doesn't seem to be a problem with this area, but it's generally, the roads are a little more unpaved. The buildings look a little more run down than the ones did on the main disc. Hilda, you've never been on this disc before, I don't think. I don't think you would have a reason to. I think the two discs that you would have been on would be the main disc and the residential disc. If you had family or something there, and I think those would be the only two that you would ever go on. But yeah, back in the swamp disc, there are a few sort of businesses. There's a small inn. But Puud, when you kind of step out, it's almost like your Saloon sense goes off, and you immediately just start marching and leading the party in the right direction. Unless you want to make a
No,
I'm not even gonna make you roll for this.
I'm fearfully marching.
Puud's marching, and eventually you guys make it to a sort of almost Western style looking building. It's got those doors that kind of swing in and out like those old sort of Western bars do. And
wait, so the temple looks like
okay, sorry. Yes, the temple, and it almost looks like, and right above the doorway there is the crest of Saloon, which you guys all recognize now as Puud has worn it proudly for so long. And it almost looks like this building, it's carved out of stone, and it's like almost pushed into the building. And as you all walk in, I believe if Puud's leading the way, I'm assuming Puud's leading the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of you managed to make it in, and it's very rundown. It's very rundown inside. As all of you walk in, except for Puud, the floorboards creak. You don't know if that's because of weight or some other strange reasons. But when you all walk in, all heads turn and look at you. There's one head that you guys recognize as a human girl with short, rough hair and a giant long sword is like sitting across just a small sort of like halfling fella, and she turns and looks over and she goes, "Oh hey guys!" and she like waves at you guys all directly. Yes, Lizzie's back.
Also, when everyone's looking, I'm gonna tip my cowboy hat and go, "Yeehaw!"
You watch as Lucy goes, she picks up her helmet that this is a new helmet that has like this huge moon crest, like almost like looks like a horn coming out of the top of it. She like grabs it, puts it on, and like tips it back to you. Puud, and goes, "Yeehaw!" Doesn't have a cowboy.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I'm not me right now. Oh boy, what's?
There only seems to be about 3 people in here. It is Lizzie, a halfling sort of fellow with like bright red hair that seems to be very nervous looking as he's looking into his drink, as well as some sort of half-orc man that seems to be older, as he has like this sort of messy gray hair that seems to be just asleep in the corner. And those are the only 3 people you can see right now.
No yellow kobold?
There's no yellow kobolds in sight.
Okay.
There's no other kobolds in sight right now.
Would anyone like to play darts?
Darts?
There is a dartboard over there. Do you want to play darts?
Yes, there's a dartboard.
That sounds fun.
It looks crooked.
I'm good at that. I have darts.
It almost looks like it was put on the wall, but it was like put off, just like that slight bit that it kind of irritates you. Like, you know, when like a picture's just slightly crooked, but it doesn't seem to be able to be moved back. It seems to be almost purposefully just put to the side a little bit.
Alright, Spark. I believe in you. You can do this.
I have darts. I can definitely do this. Am I competing? I can throw darts.
You actually watch as Lizzie kind of goes, "Oh, are you guys gonna try it?" And she kind of like leans over and just smacks the table of the older half-orc fella who like juggles away. He's like, "Ugh, ugh, ugh." And she kind of goes, "Hey, bud, come on, play us that song." And he kind of goes, "Oh," and then like pulls out this like sort of lute as he begins to strum. And the only way I can recognize this tune to you guys is "Sweet Caroline," as he just like strumming it, and there's no and like slowly singing it, which I'm not gonna attempt to sing it, but there's now music as you go to throw the dart. Okay, go ahead. Hold up. I think I have to look at the rules again. It's been a while.
For me, a dart is a monk weapon, so I have a hell of a DC to it.
Hell yeah, you do.
I am proficient in these bitches.
Hell yeah, you do. Okay, this is great.
Oh, I love this.
Can I bring my own darts, or is that cheating? Because I have darts.
No, these are you are given these darts that have like, it almost looks like they're branded with Saloon. Like everything in here is like cartoonishly branded.
I appreciate people with a
sponsored
theme.
By something, this entire building is sponsored by Saloon.
I appreciate a theme.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's a Western theme, but then there's like moons everywhere.
Oh, 100%. So if Spark wants to roll.
Yep. Okay.
27.
Spark, you throw it. You've thrown a dart before. This is nothing to you. As you go, you throw it. You see you see it go straight for that bullseye, and the moment it's like a centimeter away, it just almost looks like the nose of the dart just turns abruptly and slams directly into the floor.
Good try.
Ding!
Next time.
Ding! What? That was perfect!
Well, clearly
Wait,
not.
Whoa, what, are these darts cursed or something? That's not fair. That's not fair!
Maybe you can.
You've never met Saloon.
Okay, I'm gonna use my own dart, and I am going to show you that I am good at darts! So,
Throw your own
I take
darts.
out my own dart. I take out my own dart. This is personal. I take out my own dart. I'm rolling again. That was not as good, but not terrible. That is a 20, non-natural.
Same thing. Goes super good. Down straight to the wall.
Good try.
Good try. Yeah, Lizzie's
Bud,
there.
can-
Did you not see that?
Great try.
Did you not see that? Did you not see? First of all, I guess you're calling me Spark, but I don't look like Spark right now. I did. Wait. Okay,
Oh,
that
right,
is not
sorry.
fair. That is not fair. That is not.
She has forgotten to change her voice though, so that's fine.
Bud, hand me one.
Lizzie, is Lizzie smart enough? Hold on. I'm gonna roll the perception check on you. That was an 8. She
Saw that,
probably
right?
doesn't know it's you.
And it starts to
You
appear.
guys saw that, right?
Yeah, you missed.
Yeah, hold on. Let me try.
Okay,
I
no,
mean, it's
I
probably
think
not
it's the
gonna
board. I think the board is messed up. I think there's something that this
Okay.
isn't fair. This is not fair.
Okay, am I just adding dexterity? What is this?
It's you. You're not adding. Well, technically,
Do I add-
you don't have to add anything.
Okay, so just a straight roll.
Yeah, I mean, you can add
Rolling
stuff
as
if
an
you
attack.
want, but you technically don't have to add anything.
Okay.
I bet only people who worship the moon can get the board.
What'd you roll?
Oh, this is great. That's a natural one. Thanks,
Nice.
thanks D&D
Watch,
Beyond.
Peirs, you go. You kind of like feel it, and you feel it slip out of your hand, and you watch as the dart almost like goes straight, like almost like a bullet, straight into that bullseye center.
Oh, good job. Well
Okay.
done.
Wait, what?
Huh?
You're just
Oh my god!
Stumble over his own foot to
Hold
throw
on.
it.
What? Whoa. Huh? Your form was terrible. Your form was horrible. Your form was horrible. You nearly
What?
dropped it. I don't understand. This isn't fair. This isn't
Bud,
right.
you want to try?
Hold on.
Do you want me to
No,
go
no,
again?
no,
Do you
no.
want me to go again?
This is BS. This is not okay. I am leaving this establishment. This is
Do you want me
This
to
is
try
not
again?
okay.
I don't.
No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to deal with this cheaters
Peirs, you
board.
wanna go
This is
again?
ridiculous.
I want to try to throw one.
Okay, Pud, who's gonna throw? Peirs or Pud?
Bud can.
Pud, you're gonna take a dart?
Just straight up roll.
Straight up roll.
Oh.
I got
He's
eight.
gonna score just because he worships Saloon. Watch it.
What? What'd you roll?
An 8.
Oh, that is...
Right?
That's
I'm
okay.
literally.
You go
I'm
and
gonna
Pud,
fucking kill you.
You go and you throw it, and it doesn't get dead center, but it comes out just on the edge of the board, like on the edge of the ring.
I'm gonna kill someone. I am going to kill someone. I am gonna go over that board and I'm gonna punch the shit out of it.
Patting your back. Just like
I am going to destroy that board. Do not pat my back. I know I am good at darts. This is my one thing. This is my
Alright.
one thing.
I'm going to throw my dagger over my shoulder in what I believe to be the direction of the board.
Roll.
That's a 6.
Tanar'ri, you go. You throw your dagger, and you manage to get like just the top of the board, not dead center like Pud did. Just like or no, Peirs got dead center, not Pud. You managed to nick the top of the board because of the texture of your knife. It falls out afterwards. Because your knife is not a dart, so it falls out.
Religion is overrated, and frankly, the fact that this is being used against me is really unfair, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't worship anything, and I don't know what the hell is going on. Isn't
the board messed up? The board is messed up.
It's
the board
it's
is
just a little
messed
crooked.
Up.
It's just a little
That
crooked.
That is not crooked. That is not crooked. That is not, I can hit.
Look.
Hold on. I'm gonna look around. Is there any like empty bottles or anything like that in the area?
There's a few empty bottles on the table, but you guys hear this sort of croaking voice coming up from behind the bar, as there almost seems to be like, you guys can't see who's behind the bar, but you see this very tall, pointed, like cylinder, like wizard cap, as all you hear is, "The board is cursed."
I knew it.
It's kind of funny.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I feel like we have the right to protest.
Alright, I'm gonna go pick up my dagger and just like from standing right at the board try
Max,
and.
Are you in say Loon bullshit as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can see your little thing in there.
I look at element.
Well, so you were the only two who have access to this. To Celine Beach, but oh, anyway.
So Kaleb, I'm gonna go pick up my dagger and jab it right into the center of the board.
Roll.
You're gonna get hurt.
You have to roll. Roll for me, bud.
Oh, that's an 18.
Tanar'ri, you
no.
go and you go to jab it right in the center of the board, and you feel this force push your hand down as you lose your balance, and you go face first into the board. Take 1 point of face damage.
Wait, what?
Just take 1 point of damage.
Face damage.
You hit your head
Okay,
real hard.
I will.
Just 1 point though.
I will do that when my computer decides to not be a dick.
It's 1 point.
Alright, there
It's
we go.
fine. I said it as a joke. You're fine. I doubt you guys are gonna get into combat.
No, he's gonna fight the fucking board.
I'm gonna fight the board.
Should I roll initiative?
I'm gonna fight your god for allowing this
The
to
board
happen in a
comes
place of
off
worship.
of the wall and grows arms and legs.
It's a mimic.
Actually, Spark.
Hmm?
The board is only cursed when it's tilted like that. You can go up and fix it, and it should work like a normal dartboard.
I don't believe you.
You hear that old man voice from behind the bar just start laughing at you.
I don't believe you. I am protesting the existence of this dartboard because I was recently taught that word, and it seems like a pretty cool word. And so I am going to sit over here and or leave this establishment. I would like to speak to your manager god.
You see a little yellow hand claw raise up above it. It's like, I'm the manager, and then he like almost like pulls out a step stool and steps up as you see this yellow, this almost gold scaled cobalt kind of lean over the counter as he looks out over the party.
Oh, hello.
It's almost strange to see a cobalt old, as it almost looks like there's wrinkles that are pulling at his scales on his face. And there's like a small bit of like gray hairs that are poking out from underneath his snout. But he's trying to grow facial hair as best as a kobold can that is not able to grow facial hair kind of thing.
Wait, is this who I think it is?
Maybe.
Do I recognize him?
But you look over at this yellow kobold who just gives you a very gentle smile, and he's like, "It's good to see you again." And yes, Puud,
Yes.
you do recognize him.
Oh, he is wonderful. You should hear his singing voice. It is.
Oh,
hi! Are you one of Puud's friends?
We're all Puud's friends, aren't we? Right? He like
nice
looks
to think
over and
about.
anxious. He looks like looks around the room at the three people who will go like, yeah.
I just yell no as I flip off the dartboard.
The kobold looks like a laugh.
Liz, introduce us to your friend. Introduce us to your friend.
Well, I don't actually know his name.
What?
Do you know where the other four are? I would love a performance right now.
Oh, our band broke up a couple years
No.
ago. They're around somewhere. I don't know. They're around the city somewhere. It's been a little while since I saw them. Oh, I am Wizard. And he has like a small bow.
Okay.
I do like curtsy with my robe, and then I sit down at one of the bar stools.
He's like, would you all like a root beer?
Oh, what is that?
He wants to pull out like small jars of like what look to be alcohol, and like, you know, like they're like brown jars, like they're brown bottles. They seem to be beer. As he pulls them out,
sure.
and he pulls one out for each of you. He says, "It's on the house for an old friend."
Thank you, old timer. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's not alcohol,
I'm
by the
gonna-
way. It's root beer, guys.
Spark is genuinely disappointed when she takes a first sip and realizes it is non-alcoholic, and then loses her mind over the flavor of root beer. You know that Vine where it's like they put the flour on the cat's forehead and their whole face leans back, and it's like that, but when she tastes root beer, the prophecy is true.
It's true. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's hilarious.
I'm gonna walk over, sit down, and say, "Got any whiskey?"
He like looks underneath the counter, looks back at you, and pulls out a small bag, and a small bag of ball bearings, and sets them on the table in front of you.
Huh?
Come on, aren't you going to? It's rude. You asked for it.
Like when you pick up the bag, it like sounds like, you know, ball bearings, like the small beads that are poking around. Why don't you open it?
Oh wait, I'm just gonna look at Puud and be like, Puud, this is your place. What do I do?
Open it. I don't.
If you're too scared to open it, I will.
No, I'm gonna open it.
Okay. You are first met with the smell that just smells like a pure, ripe ass that is radiating out of this bag. Like, I don't... You know how like sometimes at prank stores you can get those like cans of ass? 100% this bag was just filled with ball bearings and some sort of fantasy ass spray.
Home.
And when you open it, like, a wizard begins to do, like, his small chuckle again.
Oh, by the way, also, sad news. You know the two other people you met?
Oh, yes, your friends. How are they?
They're dead.
Oh, no. Oh. I'm
Just gonna look over to Puud and be
he
like,
reaches out and
"What
he takes your hand, Puud, and he pats it a little bit. He says,
Spit taking the
"They're
root
with
beer.
the stars now.
Yes. And
They were truly heroes."
oh, dude, one of them had a heroic sacrifice. It was. I will never forget him or his name or anything about him.
What was his name?
I was just about to say.
His name is Bob Duncan.
Wasn't that the fake name you gave to me?
Peirs, you recognize this is a fake name he gave to you, yeah. And you watch this wizard just kind of does like a solemn nod, and he goes, "A tribute song to Bob Duncan."
Bob Duncan.
Jesus
And
Christ.
he like steps onto the counter and like hops off, and he's wearing these long wizard robes that do not fit him at all. Like, they look like they're like made for like a dwarf, and he's just walking around in them as like a 2-foot tall kobold. And he walks over and he just snatches the loot directly out of the half-orc's hands as he climbs up onto the table. And then he just starts, and then he starts with like a cymbal strum. And he goes, "I wish I had the whole band here, but here we go." And then he starts playing Country Roads.
A true classic. And Puud is like slowly crying, and it's almost as if I can hear him walking now. The sound of the 2 peg legs.
Oh man.
The way my notes look right now is just,
Hold on, I have to open them. I want to see this. But yes. This is what you're greeted with.
Your voice is just as nice as I heard it originally.
As he comes to the conclusion of his song, he kind of nods and he goes, "Thank you, Puud. Did you ever..."
Give him a silver.
It was a beautiful performance.
He kind of nods and he goes, "Thank you."
I
Hey.
ask one question.
Oh, yes?
What is West Virginia?
I am not sure, but the Moon Mother told me of the place once. It sounded like heaven. I hope I'll go there. I don't know what heaven is either. I hear words that just come to me, and so I put them into my melody. And I mean, the Moon Mother just gives me a whole bunch of this shit sometimes. Like, I mean, she gave me this one song the other day. It was called Thriller. Man, that was a banger. It went real shit in the alleyway, though. Everyone started doing this weird dance where they go, "Ugh, ugh."
Oh, I heard about that.
I hate this.
That's a true slapper.
Oh, I know. I mean, hey, maybe if I was in necromancy it would fit, but not my deal.
No.
Would you like to
No.
I would love to be a friend of yours.
And I'll dump out Bubs and put Peapod on the counter.
This is Bubs and Peapod.
He walks over and just begins to pat on Bubs. He goes, "Hello, Bubs. Hello, Peapod. These are great friends of you. I didn't know your party was so big. I sound like a weird version of Ash Ketchum. What is this voice turning into? Like, this is my, like...
The voice is really, like, great.
I don't know where this is going.
Go, Pikachu!
Is that another folk hero?
I believe so. Listen, I hear tales. I mean, you hear them too, don't you? I just turn them into song. Country road.
I must give you a gift as well.
Ignore this for now.
I'm gonna give I'm gonna give him a sandwich from the bag, and I'm gonna pass out a sandwich to everyone, including the other patrons of the bar.
Oh, Lizzie's like, "Oh man, thank you." Oh, I can't do her voice anymore. My voice is like lowered an octave automatically. She's like, "Oh my god, hey, thank you." And everyone kind of just like takes it, and then Wizard lifts up his like cranky knobbly arm, and he goes, "In honor of the great soldiers who have passed us. God bless."
Hearing that, Peirs winces extremely.
No! Oh
Bob
no,
Duncan.
less funny
what was
now.
the other one's name? Yeah, wait, hold up, what's your name is Puud. I got that, don't worry about that. What's the other one's name?
Give me a second, I gotta look it up.
Come on, Ben, I thought you were prepared for this! Come on! What is this voice? I'm so sorry.
Kaleb.
I'm real into character. This is the one place I'm allowed to be chaotic neutral.
Hey, Kaleb.
Yeah?
Can I sneak behind the bar?
Oh, 100%! Roll that stealth check, boy.
That's a nat 20.
Hell yeah! Tanar'ri's gone, guys. Puud, you go to hand Tanar'ri the sandwich, and he takes it, and then he's just gone.
And I'm gonna look for whiskey.
Okay. There are a lot of things behind the bar. There are lots of bottles of root beer. There are other bottles of some sort of pinkish liquid. And there are some sort of bags and other sort of boxes. But there's no alcohol here. There's nothing you recognize as alcoholic is in here. Okay. I'm sorry. We really went further than this than I was expecting to.
I am going to take a sip of any liquid I can find, trying to find just the smallest taste of alcohol.
I don't think you're gonna find it here, buddy.
Roll me a d20, bud.
Yes.
Make a Constitution saving throw. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Con save time.
Can't save.
Con save time.
Why is it that I get a natural 20 and it's followed up by a natural 4? Sorry. I don't think I'm passing that. That's a 6 overall?
No, Tanar'ri, you go and you grab one of these things, you crack it open, you drink it down. Nothing. It tastes like water. If the water was a little bit salty, and you put it down, and you find there's no liquor, there's nothing. You don't even feel bad after drinking whatever that was. But when you stand up, you kind of look down at your hands, and your skin is green.
Huh?
Your skin's green for the next 12 hours, have fun. Or next 24 hours.
24!
Next 24 hours!
You're a tiefling now, Tanar'ri, congratulations.
Hey, Tanar'ri? What did you just do?
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't believe that one.
Seeing green
Sorry,
Tanar'ri, Peirs
little hard to defend that.
You fucking...
Don't worry about it, Spark.
Peirs a bit takes and is laughing his ass off at him.
Wizard's also laughing his ass off at him.
Oh, he's so fucking stupid looking now.
I'm going to take my dagger and stab it as close, like, into the bar, as close to Peirs as I can without actually hurting him. Once my computer stops being a dick again.
Roll,
I don't silly, I'm
actually,
not.
hold up.
I'm gonna stab the
Hold
bar.
on, one sec. What's your passive perception, bud? Huh. Ooh, but never
I
mind.
don't know because
Doesn't
my
even matter.
computer is being a
Doesn't even matter. Tanar'ri, you go in for that stab, and then you realize what you're holding. Wizard has sleight of handed your knife into like one of those like rubber bananas. And you go to like jab it into his chest, and it's just like a squish, and it almost lets out like, oh freaking no, I'm gonna make it. This is what I'm gonna. It's a rubber chicken, and when you go and squish it into him to go stab him, you pull back and it lets out this.
Okay, not stab him, okay? Stabbing it into the bar.
He's hitting the table. He's hitting the table.
You go and you smack the table with your dagger as hard as you possibly can, and then when you pull your hand back, you don't even look at your dagger as you just hear this loud, you know, like that rubber chicken scream noise. Like I can't replicate that, but you know what that is. And you look over and this entire place is fucking with you. I rolled a natural 20 on that sleight of hand. I do not think you were going to see that.
No, my passive perception is 17.
Yeah, but that was not gonna happen.
You want to try again, buddy?
Pud.
Alright, I'm gonna punch Peirs square in the jaw.
I hope you miss, just to make this even better.
Roll for that.
I want you to know that I love it here.
Roll with disadvantage.
Roll
Yep, you have
with
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah. You have disadvantage in the
Please
whole
miss.
Homo
Please
Sailor.
miss.
Yeah,
Please.
Fuck, I don't even think it matters. That first roll was fucking terrible.
It's 14.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be an 8.
Tanar'ri, you're furious. You gotta leap over the bar, and you gotta just slip and trip as you land at Peirs' feet. Just laying sprawled out over the floor. That is kind of stinky, as like root beer has been spilled on the floor before, and it just smells real bad.
I'm not even acting anymore, I'm just laughing for you.
Oh no!
Man. So,
it's not easy being green.
So,
Fucking Christ! Oh god!
Two things.
But I love this place. Can we stay here forever? Can we stay here forever, Pud? I love it here.
Two things. Peirs is on the floor laughing, and second of all, you've like never seen him smile, so it's really weird seeing him smile.
Alright, I'm gonna try to
laugh, where it's like tears are kind of like in his eyes, almost like when you laugh so hard you can't breathe, almost.
I'm gonna try to disappear into the shadows.
Roll me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
17.
You do a decent job, but everybody knows where you are, bud. Then nothing happens. Nothing insane
Which
happens.
sucks because the other roll was a nat 20.
Yeah. No, you have disadvantage, bud.
This is tiefling racism karma.
Oh, right! Sorry! The shadows are painted on so they're not real, as you just kind of back up into a corner, and you just like start dragging your back trying to find where the shadows are, but it's just black paint on a wall. I forgot about that. Thank you. Add that to the sheet, please.
Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you.
But, I mean, you could just be initiated as a follower of Saloon if you wanted to be.
Who?
The Moon Mother.
No, like, who are you? Me?
Anyone. Yes, if you want to stay here, you could just do that.
Oh,
That's it.
That's perfect. That's perfect. We've been waiting for this.
I knew I made this for a reason.
Hold on, I need to check the notes to see what's been written down about this.
Oh god. Tip, I'm so fucking mad. So fucking Ken fuck hero, I hate it.
Wow, I like how I go in just to see you type, take that, bastard.
My face is actually red and my face hurts because I'm laughing so much. But I knew this would happen when we came here. Saloon is basically just a crazy funhouse where nothing goes the way you want it to. It's the one place I can make actual pop culture references, and it actually is canon.
West Virginia
is a place in our hearts. Ash Ketchum is a real folk hero. Everything you say will be used against you in the court of law, or the court of moon.
Are there any stairs in this building? Like, is there an upper floor?
There, behind the bar, there is stairs that go up into an upper floor. Yes, and you would have noticed that when you snuck back there the first time.
Cool. I'm gonna go look for a bed. Just any bed.
There is actually, when you make it up there, there is like a long, it almost looks like, like a hotel hallway, except for the fact that you can't see the end of the hallway. It just seems to go on forever. So it's kind of disconcerting. And also, like, when you look at, like, that some hotels have that really weird, like, pattern on the floor that almost looks like it's, like, moving every time you, like, look at it.
I think I know what you're saying.
I'm so bad at describing right now. But it's very disconcerting when you go up there, but every room you see along the walls are like hotel rooms, like small. I don't know how canon you. I'll say some of the rooms. Some of them. So roll me a d20 quickly.
What?
Come on, Stephen. Roll a d20.
This is terrifying.
All of them look like they are hotel room doors, but all of the numbers on them are written in a language that you don't understand. And each of them are written in, like, different languages, but as you look at them, it almost looks like the language changes to another one that you can't understand, so you don't know which room number it is. It's all very illusionary.
I hate everything. I gave up on my physical dice and used D&D Beyond dice, and it gave me a 6.
Tiefling racism karma, I'm telling you.
Is that with advantage? Is that with disadvantage? Because you don't have disadvantage anymore. Or just
no, that's just one roll.
Okay,
one
cool.
Straight roll.
So you walk and you push open one door, ready to fucking just give up, and it's just a bounce house. Like, like bright red, bright yellow flooring. Everything seems to be made out of this weird sort of like squishy material that you can bounce on. There does seem to be a bed, but the bed is also made out of this strange blown up kind of bounce house material. I do not know how to describe this in D&D words. It's a fucking bounce house that you've just walked into, my buddy.
Oh my god.
Is there anything to climb under?
There's like a bed. You can hide underneath the bed, but it's like you are wearing all black in a room that is full of only colors. You stand out a little bit.
I'm just climbing under the bed.
Okay.
I'm covering as much of myself as I can with my cloak and hiding under the bed, and I'm not coming out until my skin is fucking normal.
That's in 24 hours.
You're lucky I didn't literally turn you into a tiefling. Because the fun fact, I could have polymorphed you, turned your shit into. I could have polymorphed you into something, and then I could have turned your skin green, which is what happened. But I also could have there was a bottle over there that could basically when you drink it, it's just straight up helium. And that almost happened.
Oh, I wish that should happen. See, that I wouldn't even be mad at. I just wouldn't know how to play that.
This
You
is
said
karma.
the skin was green, and I was like, oh, did you just turn into a fucking kobold?
Oh, no, he's a tiefling. A wonderful punishment.
I'm not coming out till I'm normal.
Okay, so I guess we have an entire day. I guess we now have 24 hours until we can go after Orion, so we get to wreck this fucking city.
How about I'll be up 11, nice and benevolent DM, and I'll say where it's off in like an hour, and I'll let us end the game here. Each of you can go up and find a room. Some of them are weird, and some of them are normal, depending on how you roll. So if everyone wants to roll a d20,
100%.
And I'll just say, for the sake of this, Hilda and Raven have nice rolls. Like they got nice rooms.
I got a 7.
7?
13.
Perfect.
7.
7. Spark, Bounce House, Puud,
Yes!
Bounce House, Peirs, Water World.
Hell yeah.
How else do I describe this? What exactly? You wrote down exactly. Some of the beds are full of so basically it's a bouncy house, but like instead of like a water mat, like you know, like there's like water mattresses. It's like a water mattress, but you can see into it, and there's just fish swimming around in there. And like you look out the window, and it straight up looks like you're underwater. And so it's really just concerning. But like the floor is normal, and like there's just you just look like you're surrounded by fish. And hold up. Who rolled normally? Did anyone roll good?
No.
No, okay.
These
Everyone got a weird. So I'll say that makes sense then if Hilda and Raven got nice rooms. So they get nice rooms. Everyone can curl up for the night. Wizard does not charge you at all.
A night? We're already to a nighttime?
Well, no, but like if you guys want to spend the day here, you guys can like put your stuff down, spend the night. If you want to. I realize it is like the middle of the afternoon when this is happening, so I might have to. We'll do some things for next game, but I think we'll end the game here after that nice fest of laughter.
We take the rest of the city by storm next week. Let's go.
I mean, there is an actual sort of amusement park on the main. I'll send you guys the map I made. There's a fucking. It's like there's an amusement park. There is a zoo. It's less of a zoo and more of like a place full of magical creatures that have been tamed. There is so zoo/aquarium, I guess. Some of them are aquatic. There's like a concert hall where there's probably a live performance that's probably always going on. There is, what else might you guys be? There's like the shopping area where there's like lots of bars and inns where you guys can actually get liquor. Which I know at this point, I think both of Tanar'ri and Spark desperately need a drink.
Yes.
I get it, but I'm sorry, this was the wrong place to get liquor.
The root beer was an experience, though, and I'm 100% behind it.
Yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of shit because the main disc is the largest disc. So, it's like a pyramid, but a lot of, and technically the swamp disc should be the largest, but because it's very underdeveloped, it's smaller, so. But.
Thanks for bringing us to Fantasy West Edmonton Mall.